Oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to the trophy room. Not pre-show, we're reacting live to the 007 First Light gameplay deep dive state of play. And then we're going to get into the real show to talk about our thoughts on it all. So this is a big episode. There's a lot to do. There's a lots to cover. So let's get right into it. You guys ready?
Ready?
The trio's back.
The trio's back. Let's go.
Also, sorry we're late. I was on the wrong link.
That's fine.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine.
That's all my fault.
Let me see. Yeah, so this is good enough. All right. That said, everybody, this is a 36-minute long state of play. I'm going to put the volume all the way up. Let's get right into it. Let's start this thing.
What he did in Iceland.
What he did was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Let's fucking go.
Hi, I'm Hakan Abrak, game director on 007 First Light. I know everyone has been waiting patiently to finally see our game, and that's exactly why we're here today. So without further ado, and on behalf of our talented team, I'm incredibly proud to introduce an extended playthrough of Bond's first mission as a recruit. Please enjoy our gameplay premiere of 007 First Light.
This is a black tag operation, so discretion, ladies and gentlemen, is critical.
It's interesting that it's just going to be the first mission. That's what this state of play is.
Yeah.
Oh, really? This is just.
That's what you just said. Like, this is the first mission.
Oh, okay. It's supposed to be.
I was distracted by the ducky at first on his shirt.
Sure.
Yourself a Jaguar?
It should have been an Aston Martin. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Don't act
What
too
are we
impressed,
doing?
dearest.
I mean, maybe
We'll blow our
it's-
cover. And
don't
James,
see the
do
Aston
quit your
Martin.
pouting.
I'm a glorified hood
It
ornament.
looks more
What can I
Jaguar.
possibly have to pout about?
Sorry if the assignment doesn't live up to your grand expectations. Someone must watch the perimeter. If 009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of
Someone has a
defense.
lot of
Exhilarating.
control over
Previous
driving.
testing.
I'd be speeding around those corners.
Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on you.
The landscape looks beautiful.
Really brings out your cheekbones.
Is that him and Moneypenny flirting? Because it's.
Is it Moneypenny?
Take a left up ahead, James.
Backseat driver.
What's that, darling?
Just a frog in my throat.
Because they're busting each other's balls like they are, you know? Busting their chops, shall I say.
Halt!
Is everything in order?
Routine inspection, ma'am. Won't be a moment. All clear. Please proceed.
I saw people complain online about that guy wasn't detailed enough. So I know this is going to be a Peter trailer.
You think if I sold a kidney, I could afford to stay for a night?
I think I have. Stayed here, I mean. A wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hen was in Cannes, so we flew in by private jet. It's dark and we've been drinking, so...
Oh, well, can.
At least Sheila will be happy.
Private jet.
What?
Nothing. Darling, nothing at all. What do you make of
There you go.
009?
That makes sense.
He was the best in his day. That was a long time ago. My guess is he's tired of running.
Greenway thinks we're being played. And since when do you trust Greenway? I never said I did. They knew each other, though. That much is clear. Something to do with an operation called
Yeah,
Nightfall.
definitely Jaguar.
Begs the question, Did 009 pick Greenway out of good faith or bad blood?
Well, we're about to find out.
You're
Great.
muted like if you're talking.
Oh, I'm talking. I'm not muted.
Oh,
Pull up.
your mouth was
Cell
moving.
stop.
I didn't hear you.
We're live,
Maybe it
gentlemen.
was the internet
Switch to
thing.
comms. Monroe,
What
with
about
me.
now?
James.
There we go. I hear you now.
Good.
Save the world some other time.
I'm a real dork about signal lights in video games. I love them.
Afternoon. Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York.
Oh, Alex Smith says, Joe, you're right.
Welcome
That's
to
a
the Grand
Jaguar
Carpathian.
XJ.
Parking is right up ahead.
Good eye, Joe. Good eye.
Mr. and Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
Much obliged. Oh, they will.
Right. We're entering the premises. Team status?
Nash, delivery area. In position. Singh, staff quarters.
Ronson, conference wing.
Kingsley, first floor suites. Bond. Bond.
Thank you,
Parking lot.
Nicholas Johnson. The
In
signal
position.
lights on the
Greenway,
car amaze
Grand
me
Hall.
like the light
Switching off
switches
comms
in
as
Indiana
instructed.
Jones.
Keep a low profile and don't let your guards down. 009 most certainly
Seamus,
won't.
what up, my friend?
Out.
Oh, I just realized she's not in the car.
She was, but she got out at that
Oh,
red
she
carpet
did?
area. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I must have missed that.
M. Night Prime, the Jag is so unreliable. I'm shocked they made it.
What's going on there?
Not exactly the 5-star treatment. No harm in stretching my legs. Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
I guess he had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
You will not. 009 is our only priority. Stay at your post, James. That's an order.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, it's me.
They had poor taste, if you ask me, and got what they deserved.
Pardon me? Need to see a man about a bag. Missed him.
Afternoon, sir. Staff and press only.
Oh, damn. Forgot my press badge.
You're not the first.
Can I duck through? I need to catch up with that bellhop.
Show me your ID and all's good.
Better go and get my ID then.
If you want to catch your bellhop.
Fair point.
Oh shit, we're gonna do some Hitman stuff.
I feel like I would have wanted to check out the suitcase first to see who it belonged to.
Yep. It's actually quite bothering me that he didn't go there first.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I'm like, I'm perseverating on it over here. Like, what are we doing?
I definitely... You mean like giving you options?
Oh yeah, you can totally tell this is the same people that make Hitman.
Oh, yeah.
Complimentary.
A million%.
That's why, like, I'm very interested to see how the gunfights are gonna feel. Not to say that they didn't feel good in Hitman, because they did. I just want to see how they
Do you
build.
think I could get Gretchen Wong's autograph on my daughter after the game?
Well, like, the whole thing with Hitman, like, those were last resort.
Right.
I feel like it's more common in Bond.
Oh, shit, he's gonna turn the hose on that guy. See, this is going to be so fun to play because everyone's going to have different ways to get inside and do, like, it's going to be so fun.
What's that?
That is my favorite video game thing ever. You're telling me that guy sitting on that bench had no idea?
Yeah, he didn't notice a guy in his perif jumping the fence.
Or the fact that he's just totally blending in the flowers, like when in reality they'd all be trampled.
What the? God. Oh my.
Oh, hey there, Genie, what's up?
It's also taken a very long time to figure out how the water turned on.
So it's the counterclockwise, righty, lefty.
Lefty, righty, tighty, loosey.
What? Let's see. What is...
Okay. That guy just found fire for the first time.
Yeah.
The one in the dining hall? Yeah, just a long ago.
Correct.
Oh boy, Genie, that sounds awful. So sorry.
Oh, Genie.
Besides, I couldn't find a looking.
Hey, but you're home now?
Crashing a
Sit
black
back,
tie
relax.
event. Haven't done that since final year.
Get a nice cold drink without ice. Enjoy it.
Okay. That's
What?
a wild thing.
Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Penetration tester? Is that what he said?
Okay, let me stop.
That's what Luke's mom calls me.
This guy better be worth it.
I love how they just believed that. Like that's just the thing that you're okay with. All right.
That's definitely a job that has many listings on Indeed.com.
Don't mind me, ladies.
Good afternoon, sir.
I think you're thinking Craigslist.
No, but he's getting an extra mint on his
I saw you
pillow.
at the gala.
That's for sure.
I was testing penetration.
The Bond drill? Are you kidding?
Let's see what all the fuss is about.
Right?
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
this is vibes right now.
There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind. What are you here for?
Oh, what's up, Luke? Rewind a minute ago.
I'm gonna get back up there.
Like he knew he was summoned when he made that comment. He felt it, and I literally have no idea. In the air.
Kingsley alert. Best not get spotted just yet. Need to build a case first.
Introducing bold tactical facilities.
The game looks gorgeous.
Bond, status.
All was quiet in the parking lot. No sign of 009. Over. How do you do? Where have I seen him before?
Oh, Seamus, I must have missed that. They're here for a chess match? Is that what's going on down there?
Where do you go?
I watched the Queen's Case.
If it's like a wealthy person that everyone wants to like be in the good graces of, I could see it for sure.
Book collector. Well,
Elon versus
His pride and joy. He's got all sorts of antique books on display about the castle and local history.
Wonder if you could help me.
I'll certainly try, sir.
Did you notice the blonde bellhop who just passed through here?
There's a face at pick out in the lineup. Probably one of the pimps. He was asking for the directions to the backstage area.
What's going on in
Chess
this
fiend.
world?
I knew it.
You got penetration
I stay
testers,
clear of him.
pimps? What's
need a
next?
quiet word.
The world of chess is crazy, Kyle. Didn't you know?
Oh, shit, okay. Ah.
Looking for these?
Hold on.
Who the hell are you?
Not now. Eyes on the road. Look out.
Oh god, guys, I'm never gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna make it.
That's the car.
It's got too much of a head start. You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
At least this is an awesome one.
The driving looks like it's gonna feel good.
Yeah. Like a nice little drift there.
Ambulances, watch it.
Look out! Buckle up.
We already hit so much shit, James.
Sheep. You're right.
I want a chase scene that ends in a cutscene of the car flipping over and over and over and over and over again, since it held the record. The Bond movie held the record for the most car flips for like a long time. That'd be cool. A cool little head nod for that.
That would be nice.
There he is.
I didn't even know that. That's really.
I don't think it still does, but it was a long time that it did.
Oh, Fast and Furious must have turned back.
Unless they use CGI, I haven't seen the movies, but.
Oh, like an actual car. Or like, yeah. I was thinking CG.
Clear the road! Hold tight.
Yes.
No.
Stingray says it. If this is the first mission, just imagine the rest of the game.
No, Jeannie, they said that this is the first mission in the intro. I think.
That's definitely what I heard.
That term gave me anxiety.
This is gonna take me 50 tries.
Right.
Bare
Who are
minimum.
you really?
Agent Charlotte Ross. I'm with the DGSE. That's...
French intelligence. James Bond. MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
What's your interest in 009?
Becca didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course. That's what you think. DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
There. Pull over.
No sign of 009.
Plenty of his friends, though. I'm not loving the odds.
I've had worse.
Oh, in that case.
Oh, yes.
Get down there, draw their fire. I'll flank them. We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Oh, that's a fair point, Chrono.
There's that English sang-froid.
Okay.
Bonne chance, James.
Small detail though, but I love how the car didn't magically repair itself in that little as she drove away.
It's as fucked up as.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like I've got a plane to catch.
This is what I need to see to be excited.
100%.
Were you, Kyle, are you a fan of the Bond movies?
I love that. I haven't seen the older ones. I love the new ones. So.
You were warned.
I like how you don't have a lot of ammo.
I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of Star Wars Outlaws.
That's a good call. the combination kind of stuff.
Just like the limited ammo and picking up a different gun to replace what you have.
I'm interested to see what will happen when his focus meter goes all the way up. Each kill he gets, he's getting focus points or something.
You told me you needed a hand.
That's the lightning bolt, right?
Yeah.
Can't stay here. Please leave him.
Right behind you.
Ooh, I like that.
That's pretty cool. Oh, wolf tank.
Please do. You can't show us those tanks without
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Jesus. Oh. Touch my toes. Nice.
This just, it feels so Bond. I love it.
Ooh, that's nice.
Bro.
Oh,
Okay.
so it just slows down.
Slow down, yeah.
It would be cool if it was like an execute ability or something. But I don't know how that would really work. Uncharted inspired? Yeah, I definitely get inspired with the mansion too.
I'm trying to figure out what the bottom left part is. I know it's his watch, I think. But like, what the blue and green mean. Because he's getting hit, but I don't see any health anywhere.
True.
Yeah, because I would imagine
the
that
electricity.
the green would be the thing. Maybe the... Yeah, I don't know. I would think one would be stamina, one would be health, but
yeah.
nothing's going down.
Yeah, this is definitely the, what was it, the 4, when Drake is being dragged through the mud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you, buddy?
Talk about winging it.
But I just...
Oh, damn.
That's so good.
You know that's a trophy, right? Throw 5 guys off the plane.
Okay. 009. You're next.
Package secure? Snug in the front. Did you kill the transponder? No such thing as small radio stations 23 minutes out. No one's tracking.
I don't know why, but just, I know this is in every game, but video game...
Ooh. Kyle, you just popped in and then... it sounds like you're muted.
I hear you, but you're very faint all of a sudden for some reason.
Fine, Dark. It's all up to me. Think. Need a way to force it down. If I could access the flight control system. Let's make some turbulence.
Oh, that's fucking cool. That's awesome.
Never a dull moment.
Ready to go.
Kick him out of the plane! Kick him out of the plane! Cool.
Yeah, Stingray, like, this isn't like the most perfect, flawless run I've ever seen, and I really appreciate that. Oh, yep, Uncharted, let's fucking go. Jesus.
When they have the subtle Bond trio come in with them songs for the game, oh my god, it's so good. Not gonna lie, it makes me want to spend $300 on that stupid gun.
Listen, $300 is
David!
You have to commit.
I guess you didn't stop. And the fact we're falling faster than the helmet now, that was fucking sick!
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Hey, I'm Patrick Gibson, and I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO
yeah,
Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007 First Light. It's thrilling to be bringing this character to life in the gaming world, and I'm joined by an incredibly talented cast, including Lenny James as Bond's
jacket.
mentor Greenway, Priyanka Burford as M, Alistair McKenzie as Q, Kira Lester as Bond's most fervent supporter Moneypenny, and Noemi Nakai as the enigmatic Ms. Rob.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden
the duck.
beneath
I
the
see the
surface. You've just watched an extended mission playthrough. No commentary, just the raw experience. We hope you liked it just as much as we loved crafting it for you.
Dude,
but
awesome.
There's more than what meets the eye. In this next section,
Oh
we'll
shit,
guide you
there's
through
more.
how it all works. The tools, systems, and choices that shape the gameplay in 007 First Light.
Yep. Way
Let's
better
take a
now.
closer
It was
look.
just weird because you like got really loud
Welcome
and then
to
it was
the
like
world
whoop,
of
and then
James
it was
Bond
really
in
quiet.
007 First Light, where infiltration and espionage are just two of many spycraft skills. In this mission, our unseasoned but highly trained Bond must track an assassin through a sophisticated Kensington gala. You'll want to
So
blend
no
in with the
bullshit.
crowd while scouting for
I
tactical
was
options,
very skeptical of like the no suit, like no tux.
creating a mental map
Bond,
of available pathways without
and
giving yourself
This
away.
whole sequence, I'm like, yeah, he's James Bond.
Go to the security room.
He's gonna
Like,
get the suit by the end. That's what's gonna happen.
Staff officers.
He's gonna like
100%.
come
Bond
into
must
his
gain access to the
persona
upper
by the
floors,
end of this.
but some
think.
areas are off limits, even for those with a stolen ticket.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you through.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Other side of the bar.
Dialogue from other characters can offer clues to the mission's progression. Listening in on conversations is a useful intelligence tactic,
Oh, really?
potentially revealing opportunities for an easy breach.
If he doesn't make an appearance in the next 10 minutes, he can watch from down here.
Very Hitman.
Yeah, do
Very.
that.
Joe, this reminds me of where we went for the
magazine,
the IOI event, the Roosevelt Hotel. I can see
Very
why
much
they
so.
chose it.
Yeah.
Rob Minkley. Sorry for the wait.
About time, Mr. Minkley. No miss gave up on you. Right then, go grab your camera, and I'll take you past security.
What?
Photography can be such a negative experience.
Don't recognize him.
First Light provides multiple pathways for achieving Bond's
Oh,
objectives,
it took me a minute.
if he's prepared to get creative.
What?
Not the IBS dart.
I know, jeez.
This explains so much. I've been getting darted constantly for the past
All set.
Follow
15
me.
Bond's
years.
gamble has paid off.
The balcony should give you an excellent view of the stage.
Just gotta find out who's.
Sorry,
who's
miss, but
darts
this
at.
man can't go upstairs.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
You say so.
I read your articles in Frux magazine on rogue AI and cognitive
So,
warfare.
Luke,
Hopefully this is a
Kyle,
good time
what
to
I'm
drop in.
thinking
You
that
won't always
was
receive
is
the
like,
red carpet
Sorry.
treatment.
I know,
So
but-
sometimes you might have to take the
So
initiative.
sorry.
In these highly volatile stealth
so it looks
situations,
like like
it
the
pays to
battery is
choose
like how
caution
many-
over
how
direct
much ammo you
confrontation,
get
as
for your
everyone
gadgets.
can be a valuable source of
And
information.
in science, I don't know what that science is.
I'll be needing that key card.
Watch it.
What?
That
Maybe-
needs a look.
The blue is like an electrical shot. And
Moments when Bond remains undetected offer the chance to survey hostile areas.
North exit. That's my way out.
You are coming in
Bond
very
can
low,
use
but
the environment to his advantage by choosing from multiple routes,
Joe, you're low for me too.
exploiting
I think it's
opponents'
just
positions or security vulnerabilities.
Christmas gifts are just clogged up our cabinets.
Depending on the situation and the odds, Bond can always go with a quick and blunt strategy.
Could have played that
like
a little
the-
smoother, James.
I like the idea that each takedown gives
He
you
got away with
energy
it
for
this
your
time,
focus
but
meter,
they could have
but I
called
feel like it
reinforcements.
might get annoying
Alternatively,
having the
Bond
number
can
pop
opt for
up
a
every
more
single time.
elegant
I feel like I
style,
could do without
using
that
the
and just
scan
have the
from his
bar go
watch
up.
to highlight options for
It's just a nitpicky
distraction
thing.
and misdirection.
What does the focus do?
I'll have a
I think
quick
it
look.
slows down time.
Slows it down.
Like in the airfield battle.
Oh, and then there's instinct too.
What's wrong?
Like the bluff and the lure, not enough instinct, it says.
Your Q gadgets are custom developed to be powered by resources found in the environment, so be sure to stock up when you have the chance. Aside from your signature watch, a gift from Q, you'll have other gadgets in your arsenal. The laser fires a direct beam of energy that can be used offensively against targets or tactically on environmental weak points,
Take care of that right away.
opening up strategic options to avoid combat or spring traps. The smoke device confuses and disorients foes, letting you pass through undetected, offering a chance for concealed stealth takedowns. The world of 007 First Lights will see Bond face different opponents, some of whom cannot be bluffed or charmed into compliance. Using a dart phone to incapacitate them will give you an opportunity to talk your way out with a charismatic flourish.
First, I asked for Boston's.
Oi, I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security. The bastard could be hiding right under your noses.
Damn. I'll keep an eye out for new faces.
But sometimes, hard as you may try to stay hidden,
That's
a
fucking
fight
cool.
is unavoidable.
If he was from MI6...
What? Excuse me? Who are you looking for?
Relax, off-duty museum security.
Don't.
Having been discovered, Bond will need to rely on more than wit and charm to contain the situation. In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast. Combining throws, parries, and direct strikes with environmental takedowns and items.
This makes me want a John Wick game.
Don't get up.
Oh my
Sometimes
God,
James
yes.
will need more than his fists to get out alive. When enemies show clear intent to shoot and kill Bond, you will be granted a license to kill. Trained by the Royal Navy, Bond is an expert marksman. His Q pistol firearm is a great conversation starter. Enemies can provide additional firearms. You'll just have to borrow them for a moment. With quick thinking, you can turn the tables on your enemies by making the very environment a deadly weapon. Gadgets used for stealth and infiltration can also be deployed in combat to disrupt enemy attacks or provide further offensive options. Allowing you to fight fire with fire or distract to make your escape.
It's like the perfect blend of Uncharted and Batman.
Adversaries
Arkham
come equipped
Detective.
with different levels of armor, requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation. To support him in challenging situations, Bond can use his own instincts. This mode will help you focus on your most difficult targets,
Oh, that's cool.
whether human or environmental. Bond must be fast, cunning, and uncompromising to prevail in the world of 007 First Light.
Thank you for your visit. We hope to see you again.
Somehow I doubt that.
I wonder if every mission, for the most part, you'll be able to get through stealthily. Like all that they showed, I wonder if you could do that stealth, and if you just get caught, then it leads to that.
March 27th.
Did
Yeah,
we know that?
kind of like in Hitman.
I don't know
in
if we
that
knew
way.
that.
No, that's new. That's brand spanking new.
Ken, I don't love the whole 24-hour early access by pre-ordering trend.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. That was James Bond, 007,
Woo!
State of Play. Am I still coming in very low?
Nope, you're good now.
Kyle,
I think
say
we were
something
just
beautiful.
quiet compared to the video.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you're better too. Oh, my God. I have a lot of thoughts.
I'm excited.
There's
Oh my
another.
goodness
Oh,
gracious.
there's a couple more minutes on there. Is that when they showed the collection edition off, or?
No, they did like a very brief thing, but it wasn't like for the collectors, unfortunately. Okay, gang, let's get right into the show. We got a lot to talk about. Let's play a game.
Don't forget to record audio and do all the things.
I made sure twice.
Did that happen one of the weeks I was gone?
What if I told you it happened both weeks?
Would you believe that?
Here I am feeling like I forgot how to do things because I went to the wrong link.
No. No.
Oh no, Joe.
And I'm gonna be honest, I almost went to the wrong link too. Okay, let's do this. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Intro there. Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 442 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. Like this week, we chat about 007 State of Play. A second State of Play has hit the tower. That is September. Kyle wrote that. Jesus. All right, we're going in.
Where's Mr. Light? He would love that joke.
Rumored portable PlayStation 6. Is it Fairgames over for Haven's first title? And so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday at youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. I hope you feel good about yourself.
I'm a New Yorker. I'm allowed to make that joke. Okay.
Fair enough.
Like I told Joe as I was writing, it's like, hey, can I make a 9/11 joke in the intro? I feel chaotic today. And then I explained, like, my uncle worked at the Pentagon that day and happened to call out sick. So, like, I feel like I'm close. So
I mean, if Pete Davidson can make jokes, I think it's fair game, you know?
Exactly.
Fair enough. And of course, that voice that we've missed so much, the lightweight herself. Tegan, how you doing, girl?
I'm so happy to be back. I miss you guys.
Same.
I miss you so much. Just texting is not the same, okay?
It's not.
It's not. And honestly, I'm gonna just say this: how dare you leave for 2 weeks? You drop a bomb like ice belongs in fountain and drink sodas. You divide this community. The community is up in arms. People are pro ice and soda. People are anti. Are. Listen, it's nutty. All right. We got a comment from Spotify, and I've been holding it for a minute now.
From Spotify?
From Spotify. This one's a good one.
Spotify viewer.
I didn't know that was a. Oh, yes. We
Hello.
Did.
You found out. Light is Scuba writes. This is from 3 weeks ago. Scuba is right about ice machines. They are disgusting. They do not get cleaned. However, neither do fountain sodas. They're just gross. And if you think about it, that that statement right there, think about that. It's moist and dark in there. That's home for amoebas and mold and mildew. And we don't even question when we're at our Chipotle and getting our pib. But we're gonna question the ice? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Because here's why it feels less gross.
Okay.
Here's my argument, and then we'll put this to bed, okay? Unless you want to hash out in the Discord.
Sure.
The soda is not as bad because it's constantly getting stuff pushed through it. So it doesn't have an opportunity to grow as much nastiness because it's just constantly being flushed out with new soda. You know what I mean? It's just constantly getting cycled. The ice, however, sits in a tub, and the corners, it's not the same.
But it's frozen.
The tubing that the ice comes out is probably okay, just like the tubing of the soda machine is okay. But the tub that the ice is held in, not okay.
All right. I've seen, and my only thing I'll say here, I've seen kids put their gross little grubby hands all over those fountain nozzles.
Listen, I'm just saying if we're gonna nitpick every little thing,
right.
We're allowed to nitpick the ice because I say so. If we're gonna nitpick every little thing, we can't touch anything ever. Because what's the stat where like 100% of the surfaces you touch, you're also basically touching a penis because men will pee and then not wash their hands, and then they'll touch like the door handle that you used to get into the mall. So you're basically touching that man's penis.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think about that a lot.
So I'm just saying, I had to find a way to talk about a penis just for that one viewer that had an issue with me being.
No. This
show is so much better when we're all here.
Legitimately,
penis door.
I think about that all the time when I'm touching like a door handle or
Don't think about other men's penises. Confirmed.
100%.
It's even worse like when we are in a public bathroom and we just see guys just walk straight out. Like, what the hell are you doing?
And listen, there are women who don't wash their hands too. And let me tell you, flying back from Seattle, I went in the nastiest bathroom in the airport that I have ever experienced in my entire life. So women are no better. But I think because we have toilet paper, it feels less bad.
Also, there are sometimes, like, for example, there's sometimes where I give it a pass. If you're in Penn Station, that bathroom is atrocious. It's the most disgusting I don't let anything touch whatever. Okay? And at that point, I'm squatting. I'm trying to do something, but if I have to get my hands on it, I gotta, and I'm just...
At least just
then
trying
to find... Exactly. Then I'm finding hand sanitizer. I'm letting people know, and then if I don't have hand sanitizer, I'm like, we need to now go and get hand sanitizer. Don't touch me.
It's so funny. I can't imagine just walking out of the bathroom without washing my hands. I'm so self-conscious about it. You know how sometimes the handicap stalls will also have a sink in there? I try not to use them, but if there's like a line of women and that's the one that opens up, I'm going to use it. Wow. I will literally be like, there's a sink in there when I walk out if I'm walking out without washing my hands, or I won't use that sink just to wash my hands in the main sink so they know I'm not gross.
That's fair enough. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I use a handicap toilet 100% all the time.
If there's nobody else around, it's fine. But I did have an experience where I used it and then someone who actually needed it came in and I felt so guilty for no, granted, they didn't have to wait very long, but still. I was mortified. I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad. So I try not to if I can avoid it.
I've when I'm in there, every once, if it's getting busy, I'm like, what do I say? You know, like just in case. But knock on wood, 34 years of using that toilet. I'm king of the castle there, and I'm not switching.
Let's also be real here. Normal stalls need to be wider.
It's true.
Yes.
There is a reason why I don't use stalls the way that they're supposed to be used in a men's
100%.
bathroom, because I am against the walls. I can't move. What am I gonna do?
With my daughter, we have to use the handicap because we can't both fit in it. Like one time we tried and I could not get the door open. I had to pick her up and straddle the toilet and then open the door so we could both get out. It was ridiculous. So now we use the
My middle school traumatized me because the stalls were cinder block walls, but they were only 4 feet tall. So you legit just walk in and you can just see everyone in the stalls. Like, what are we doing? Whose decision was this? This is awful.
Oh man, I think every bathroom should have those like floor to ceiling closet style
And
toilets.
every urinal as well.
Well, don't a lot of like stadiums have the troughs that like you just all like circle around each other like the watering hole?
Nope. And then it's gonna hit my knees. You know what I mean? A humble brag. I got some splash damage that comes along with mine, and it's just this is gonna be a legendary episode.
Still can't, that broke me. I'm sorry.
Chat, call it the peen. The peen.
Let's go.
PEEN. If you want to chat it in.
So I don't know how we got to this topic. We are supposed
You're
to talk
welcome.
about 007.
Where there's a light, there is a chaos. What can I say?
When we talk about the 00 State of Play, we are going to talk about what the hell a penetration tester is, because that was brought up in the State of Play. So
that's true. Listen, we're only doing it, because they told us to. All right, time for a little bit of housekeeping, gang. We're gonna switch merch shops. We have a site. I have it in mind. And I'm going to be searching something because I've gotten far too many comments from people going, ordered my shirt, where is it? And then it arrives 3 months later. And it happened to me with my Gears of War shirt. It finally came in, and I'm like, after all this time, Phil was supposed to point that out 3 months ago. And now we're here. So we're going to be switching to threadless. I've heard nothing but good things. So more updates about that soon. That said, time for our Patreon pitch. Before we square up the news, of course, I want to thank all of our amazing producers over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Of course, if we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever that situation may be, it definitely helps us out if you head on over there, support the show, and then get literally hundreds of hours of bonus content for y'all to digest through your ear holes. It's great. That said, I want to thank our newest members, Andrew Galloway at the Bronze Tier, Solo at the Bronze Tier, and Cody Holbert at the Bronze Tier. I want to thank our premium members, Todd Burowitz, Caleb Cook, and Toxic. And of course, K-Rock's kiddo Cullen. Oh, and also, it's the last round of his super voting for Toddler of the Year. You bet your bottom dollar. The link down below. And hey, listen, if you're like, I got $5 for either Patreon or Toddler of the Year, throw over $5 over to Toddler of the Year. Okay? Please, for the love of goodness. We need Cullen to win, but you can also vote for free. So link in the description when this video goes live or podcast goes live. Vote for Cullen. He's in the quarterfinals. This is where it gets really tough. And so we really need to vote for Cullen. That said, our platinum members, JC, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Aaron, Bertos Maximus, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Mount Valdez, Silkanet, Dusamine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, and The Enchanted Girl. I want to thank our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hayden Doyce, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Ageless Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., Tino 6-Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Matthew King, the Overlord, Dewan A. Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildener, Samuel Nessling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Drug Prowlin' Wolf, Manix Vizia, Jazz and Bren, Tristan Wonderland, Battered Haddock, R. Lee Upper 90, and of course the Lord Commander Suddy. Thank you all so much for supporting us the ways you do. And with that, gang, it's time to square up the first State of Play.
Shout out
Trying to
our
square
YouTube
the members.
The Kush Completionist, Nisa Hauer, Freight Conductor, Shrubbles and Bits, and Tommy.
Ooh-wee. There you go. There you go. Support us on YouTube. And I promise I won't forget you next time. All right. It's time to square up the first State of Play for September. And that is James Bond 007 First Light, coming out March 27th, 2026 from IOI Interactive. This state of play was 36 minutes long. It showed us step by step of what's going on in this game, how you can expect games to be layered and all that good stuff. You're seeing them run through the level as James. That said, Kyle Stevenson, I want to go with you because you're not a James Bond guy. I've never heard you talk about James Bond that much. So I want to know your thoughts walking in and your impressions of this state of play.
Sure. Correction. I do love the Craig Bonds. I didn't grow up watching the older ones.
Okay.
So I like what I've seen from the newer Bonds for sure. Walking into this one, I was excited because I think if anyone could do a Bond game, it's IOI. But it wasn't something that I was like over the moon hyped about.
Okay.
Just because of the first trailer we saw, it was, kind of, I don't want to say generic. It just didn't like blow me away yet. So, like, just to fast forward a little bit, when this started and it was like, 5 minutes in and it was just a lot of driving, I was feeling the same way of like, all right, well, not the most exciting way I would have started this state of play. Again, it looks gorgeous and everything, just wasn't my favorite way to start it. But seeing the game in action when it came to the gunplay and the combat stuff is what really made me even more excited for it.
Yeah. Because like watching the first opening, it feels, it's definitely with the car. They're like, look at how beautiful this Jaguar is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get it. It's a very beautiful green, but it is a very slow start that eventually gets into a really epic gunfight. And it seems like off the rip, I think M9 Prime wrote in, he's just like, it seems like a elevated Hitman, and that's the highest compliment I can give to it. Because you could definitely see, the people that made Hitman made this game, and this is very much has the DNA, especially in the espionage and spy portions of Hitman in this game. Right? Like you're distracting foes with your gadgets. You're pretending to be other people. You're swiping key cards from folks, like typical Hitman-ish type gameplays, but with that James Bond flair over it. And that's, it's nice.
Shit. Wait,
yes.
Can you just rewind just like 3 seconds and pause so you can see the chess tournament thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the girl that gets in the car?
Ooh, it might be.
So she's like infiltrating too, which we knew, but she's infiltrating as a chess player.
Interesting. Good eye, dude. So that said, Light, I want to know your thoughts walking in.
That's why this game's called First Light, because Light knows it.
She's the first to point out things. So Light, what are your thoughts walking in on this, and then has it met your expectations of what you're expecting from a James Bond game, or do you still have like some reservations?
I am very excited, especially after what I saw. It definitely feels like a classic James Bond to me. I didn't play the original games, but I was raised watching the original James Bond movies. I love all of them. I love the camp. I love the action sequences. I love the spy sequences. I love when he charms. And it's just like this whole package that we saw really feels like the feeling I got when I watched those. I do hope we get a little bit of camp. We did see a bit with some of those dad jokes, like the one camera joke. And there was another one in there too that was a little campy like that. So I hope we get more of that. I hope we get, his ladies' man side of him. I hope we get to see him come into who we know as 007 in the films. So like his signature drink, his signature look, the fact that he loves to drive the Aston Martin. I hope we get to kind of see that progression in this game, because I know this is when he's like first out of training and he's very new, he's very fresh. So he doesn't have like his persona yet. But I hope we get to slowly see, even if it's not fully there because they want to make more than one game, I hope we get to see like aspects of like, oh, this is when he starts realizing he likes the shaken, not stirred. And this is when he really I hope we get that.
Yeah.
The other thing that really, really excited me was the way, I'm a big music person, always gets me emotional. I love how they just in the most subtle way, would have the Bond trill filter into the action song that was playing, or the background music that was playing. And it was just very subtle. It wasn't all the time, but it was very well done. And like we have already said, it feels like a perfect blending of Uncharted and Hitman. And I'm very excited for it. Everything I saw has really intrigued me as someone who loves the original Bond movies, and as someone, I didn't play all the Hitman games. I only played the most recent one, but I had a great time with it. I do love the Uncharted games. It just seems like it's got everything working for it. If they can actually execute the way it looks like they can, I think I'm going to love it. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So the one thing, like the bit of camp is, we alluded to it earlier, where it's like he jumps into the window and there's you're trying to find the entrance into this gala, right? You're trying to find this bellhop, and you do some very Hitman inspired things to eventually climb the guardrail to hop over the window, and then you're met by two people, and right off the rip, James Bond just goes, I'm the penetration tester and I need to speak to your manager. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, I love it in James Bond when he has like those very like, yeah, he just did something outrageous. There's a person that just caught him doing something outrageous, but he just says that one thing, and you're kind of sold on it, so they're kind of sold on it, and you're like,
I think this
all
whole
right, sure.
trailer was also filled with that like video game logic stuff.
Yeah.
That I usually don't notice, but I think because it was Bond and because of the campiness of some of the older movies of what I've known, it just makes sense of like, yeah, this guy investigating why the water gets turned on, and he's mesmerized by it for like 4 minutes. Like,
you're right,
not understanding how, or like Bond setting a wheelbarrow full of hay, and then immediately jumps over the railing and starts climbing up the building. No one notices that. Like,
yeah, one guy notices fire. He's like mesmerized.
Exactly.
Fire?
Yeah. So like, I do love that a whole lot.
Yeah, and like getting to the shootout sequences as well. Man, it feels like James Bond. Like you're grabbing guns on the go, and so it makes it so that you can't just rely on one weapon. Like it showed that your Walther P99 only has like 19 shots. It's like, yeah, that's how much his gun would have. You would only have what's in the gun and a magazine, and that's it. And then you're trying to find or fight enemies to get like their SMGs, or you find a shotgun, but the shotgun only has 6 rounds. So you have to be smart in how you're utilizing each weapon. And then they're just like, hey, we put gas tanks everywhere because this is an airport, right? Whatever. Who gives a shit? It's James Bond. Things are about to explode. And you're like, okay, cool. And yeah, you're having these really awesome fight sequences, at least for what it's shown in the trailer, that you're utilizing the environment to, shoot things down to bonk them on the head, shoot explosive barrels to blow them up, or whatever like hijinks that you can manipulate in the world is really great. Like even here, when we talk about like the Uncharted style fighting on the airplane and just punching a guy or just like tossing them off the airplane, and then you just see them go, whoa!
This is also my favorite,
awesome.
Again, video game logic thing of these 3 guys come up out of the plane, and then Bond goes in, and all the guys underneath the ladder are just minding their own business. Like, where did your 3 friends go?
And also, they could have just kept the hatch shut, and he would not have been able to get in.
Exactly.
But the one cool thing here in this airplane sequence that very much this is where the Uncharted element comes in, because it's the ending of Uncharted 3 is about to happen, is you get to hack the airplane with your watch, and you get to create turbulence on the plane that shifts everything in the plane from one side to the other. And so like you'll see like a hallway full of guys, and you're just like, I'm gonna tilt this plane all the way to the left, and you just see all these cargo containers just start knocking them over. It's like the use of environment there is so interesting that I want to see if this is just the first level we're seeing in this game. I'm very excited to see what like level 4 or 5 is gonna look like. You know what I'm saying?
And all of the different gadgets and stuff, again, very Bondish. Like, oh, here's a lighter that if you actually pop out the bottom is going to be this. And here's a phone that's actually this. And here, like, I love. One of my favorite parts of Bond films was always when he would go get his new gadgets and they would show him off and like, oh, here's your car with the headlights. So when you flip them up, there are the guns and like little things like that. I love that. And then seeing how they're actually used. So the fact that we have all those little gadgets and tools, I love it. I'm so glad that they're included.
And also, like, the one thing that I really love about this trailer that we see here is, like, it's unpolished in terms of, like, this guy's making mistakes in the gameplay. This is not some super choreographed, no one's talking over it. I love what IOI said. They're letting the game speak for itself. And it just comes off like, yeah, this is probably how I would have played or how I will play the game when I get to go hands-on with it. I really like that. And so I was expecting James Bond, walked out going, that's James Bond. I'm super excited for it. What about you guys? At the end of the day, where's your hype level at this from a scale to 1 to 10? Light?
I'm very hyped. I'm very hyped. I think it's especially exciting that we're getting it at the end of March. That's pretty soon. It's not like super soon, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's kind of outside of the craziness because I feel like for the next couple of months, it's going to be crazy town in the gaming industry. So I'm glad that it's got a little bit of room to breathe for now. But I'm real hyped. I'm real excited for everything that we saw. I don't know if I need to see anything else. I obviously, if they show it, I will watch it. But like at this point, I'm sold. I'm excited. Yep. I'm ready.
Kyle, what about you?
Yeah, I'm most likely a day one. I can go for just a dumb action game at this point. Yeah. I mean dumb in the most flattering ways, like a popcorn flick. And yeah, I trust them to understand what Bond is and make it feel like Bond. And from what we've seen, it feels like they're nailing it. So yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. And I just want to, like, the art style of this game is so striking. I don't know if you guys know, I really love this one. I love Hitman, and just like Light, I came in through Hitman 3 before it was World of Assassinations, and then just started going down the trilogy and just falling in love with each one of these games, platinuming the game twice because of how much I adored it. And this is one of those dream scenarios where it's like the perfect developer for a project is chosen, and they're making the game that you see them making in your head, and that just fills you with so much hype. And so for me, it's like, this is a match made in heaven. They're making the exact game I was hoping they would make, and I feel like this could very easily be one of the best takes on Bond in a video game in a very long time if they're able to nail it. And for me, what I saw, I was enamored from moment one. From minute 36 of this state of play, I'm so hyped. So I'm over the moon. That said, game's gonna come out $70. We get that. The limited edition of this game. Let me get it out here, because the price tag is startling. Not gonna lie. The limited edition of this game, you get the game, Steelbook, you know me. You get the golden gun with 5 bullets. A prop. They're not sending you a gun, all right? A prop, golden gun with a stand, and then exclusive skins, and exclusive weapon skins, and exclusive outfits.
Isn't there also a magnet too? Or 007 magnet, I think.
Oh yes, yep. Thank you so much. Yeah. A 007 magnet and a certificate of authenticity. Ooh-wee. And that is going to retail for $299.
It should have come with a full box set collection of all the James Bond films for that price.
That is a lot of money.
It is.
So
I got the box set like I don't know, 5 years ago now, and it was like 120. So the gun with 120 box set, I think makes sense for $300.
100%.
Gun alone, not so much.
Come on. Let's do it.
And I wanted it really badly.
That said, I might be dumb enough. Again, listen, I genuinely, they've made one of my favorite games of all time with Hitman 3. Yeah, I mean, to say I'm not tempted.
Sure, yeah, and if people want to pre-order it, Joe Light, if you want to get it, all power to you.
Yeah.
I just wish there was more to it than a meat of the price just being a singular prop gun, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I can't justify it. What I would hope is that it doesn't sell out and I can get it at like the next Christmas time or a couple years later on Amazon for like half the price.
Yeah, I think for half the price, I would have been in on it. I wouldn't have, no second guesses. But at 300, like, yeah. And at that price, I think you're gonna see some price drops for sure. And then, probably.
It depends how many they make. If they don't make many of them, like they might sell out.
True.
You know what would be perfect is if scalpers bought them all up and then nobody bought it from the scalpers and maybe teach them a lesson.
I love that.
And also, to be fair, because you brought up this question before,
please.
The Ghost of Yote one is $250, so it's
True.
not too far off.
Okay.
True, and we are all buying that.
I already got it.
I mean,
well, purchased it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, you got it? Whoa.
I got it already.
Wow, PAX West was crazy.
So good.
Jesus. The game went gold 3 days ago. You're nuts.
I did see, just a random little tangent, I did see the collector's edition for the original Death Stranding with the BB unit, which I've been wanting.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was going to buy it. It was $500. I was like, I can't. If that was $300, I might have considered it because I want one that badly. And I know there aren't a ton floating around out there anymore. Yeah. But 500, I was like, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah. I'll find a replica somewhere.
Someone's probably made one on Etsy.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, gang. So that's been the state of play for James Bond. But here's a little ditty, because Kyle and we've been going back and forth about, is there a state of play in September? And he's been sounding pretty confident that there won't be a state of play in September. And I say, nay. They have the Tokyo Game Show. They got to show something at the show other than just Yote. They got a pretty big presence. There's got to be something. Well, apparently, rumor has it, there might be something. Kyle Stevenson, would you like to take the first story? This is huge news.
It might be a pretty big something, too.
Ooh.
Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming writes, exclusive. Insomniac Games' Wolverine is likely to be at PlayStation's next state of play. Insider Gaming sources have revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is ready to be shown off for the first time officially since the 2021 PlayStation Showcase. According to sources who wish to remain anonymous as they couldn't talk about company plans, PlayStation is currently planning its next state of play event towards the end of September. Other sources revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is quote-unquote almost certainly going to be at the event, as the production of its next trailer has now been completed. If the game doesn't appear at State of Play, then the trailer will undoubtedly be released in the next few months, with the Game Awards being the next likely candidate. You muted, Joe.
I muted myself because I was so excited I couldn't contain it anymore. So, Kyle Stevenson, listen, we've heard reports that there's going to be a state of play. I've said, because I spoke on business. I said it's going to be a state of play in September. Jeff Grubb now says there's a state of play in September. Tom Henderson says there's a state of play in September. Does Kyle Stevenson now believe that there's a state of play at the end of September?
I will not bend. I will not break.
You almost killed Light.
Sorry, Light.
Thought I was gonna see Dr. Pepper come out of her nose.
Yeah, there probably is one.
Yeah.
Which again is exciting.
Yes,
it is. Because like as much as we enjoyed what we just watched, the 007 state of play.
Yep.
I much prefer a state of play with a variety of games being shown off.
Sure.
So, yeah, it'd be very cool. I think there's also a rumor of next mainline God of War as well being ready to be teased and shown. I think I saw floating around there.
Ooh.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we are eating.
Let's go. There's hand clapping. Let's go.
What would the audio listeners think it was, Joe?
Joe.
There's been a joke. There's been a joke.
We're not allowed to clap other things on YouTube.
We already talked about Bond's penetration testing. Let's move on.
You don't hear it when people clap on a podcast. It sounds like something else. So I always, in my mind, I'm like, we're clapping. We're just clapping so that parents at home don't understand
that before.
it. All right, fair enough. Just me. So that said,
listen, see, it's not even my fault when I am being appropriate. You guys tee it up to be appropriate.
Whoa! This is Joe. Okay, this is Joe. All right.
I've said this for years
now. Fire. I don't start the fire. Okay.
Every time I've said this for years. For 2 years at least. When we're clapping, we're clapping. That's it.
Clapping.
That's it. All right, like, what say you? State of play in September.
Yeah.
Over under.
Over the penetration expert.
All right, fair enough. What do you think the odds of actually seeing Wolverine in September, and what do you think that means for Wolverine? Like, does that confirm it's the next year big game?
Listen, we need to see Wolverine. It's when was it announced?
4
years ago at this point?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was announced like before I did this full time. It was that long ago. So we need to see it. We need to see it. I would love it if that meant it was coming out in 2026. I feel like typically when Insomniac, now, I don't know. I'm speaking on my ass. I feel like Insomniac, a lot of times when they show off a game, it's like the next year you're going to get it. So if we do see Wolverine, I do feel like it's 2026. Maybe not early 2026, but I do think it would be 2026 if they're showing it to us now.
Okay. I think we're going to see Wolverine. And I think it's 2026. And I am prepared to buy the console covers of that yellow suit.
Dude, it's so good. It's going to be so good. Also, Kyle, what about the next God of War?
What
rumors did I miss about next God of War?
I didn't see anything about
Oh, really? I thought I was in the same Insider Gaming. I could be wrong. Maybe I was just reading.
I've been out of touch with reality, so.
Sure. Another rumored thing for this September State of Play is a look at the next entry into God of War.
Could you freaking imagine? What could you imagine Wolverine and the next God of War in one?
Well, also there's another PlayStation project that we know we're going to see more of this year because they said it, and that's Saros, the next Housemarque game. So it could be a beefy State of Play, but also I could totally see them hold Wolverine for Game Awards.
What if we get? What if we also get another trailer for the next Naughty Dog game?
Intergalactic, that's another good.
Because that one is going to be big, but it's already been announced. So it's like, okay, we'll show them a little bit more. And it's exciting, but it's not as exciting because they already know it's coming. But here's like another, just like keep it on your palate.
We're in that interesting place where the only things we know for sure are Wolverine, Intergalactic, and Saros.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what Santa Monica's up to. Don't know what Blue Point's up to. Like, we don't know what Bend is doing. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty still, and that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I want them to start talking a little bit more.
And hopefully they learned their lesson with Wolverine. Like, do not freaking announce it.
1,000,000%.
4 years. This goes for you too, Bethesda. Just because I love you does not give you the slide, okay? Yeah. You cannot tease your game and then go radio silent for 4+ years.
Yeah.
You can't do it. I say it's illegal. Therefore, 'tis illegal.
Here it's from the same Insider Gaming article.
Okay.
This is what Tom wrote in there. As for what else the state of play could feature remains to be seen, but it's likely to feature Bungie's Marathon.
Yep.
A new Metroidvania God of War, which was rumored.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But Insider Gaming, this is from the article, Insider Gaming has it on good authority a mainline title is also in the works. Another possibility is Phantom Blade Zero, and then they put Intergalactic in there as well.
Yeah.
So,
like, for this state of play, I am expecting it to be a state of play. So show us some games that you think we're going to be very interested in, and then show us maybe one, maybe two of your big, tentpole titles.
We could also get new character reveals for that Marvel Tokon fighting game.
100%.
There's a lot there that we can see. I still wish they kept the PlayStation Showcase branding and really go real big with it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It's
Very
so hard not to get your hopes up. I always say go in with low expectations, and then articles like that come out, and I'm like, fuck those expectations! I'm so excited!
And that's the thing. It's like, come in with tempered expectations. Just because Tom says it's happening doesn't mean it can't happen.
That's
right?
true.
And listen, there could be no state of play in September. I'd be crushed. But, man, we live in a very interesting industry right now. Yeah.
I'm going to be on vacation again from September 22nd till October 3rd. It better not happen when I'm there.
There's probably a good chance it will be later.
It will.
I know.
100%.
I know. I just had that epiphany.
I also had one, and man, if Sony goes this hard for this state of play, what if we get the early first look at the final game in the FF7 remake trilogy? It's time. The timing fits. What if we get my Bloodborne remake level thing of an FF9 remake here? Like, they could go really hard, and I just want PlayStation to go hard once. And yes, I know how that sounds. I don't fucking care. PlayStation, go hard in the paint. Show everything off.
Yeah.
Please.
All right. And Kyle is a certified penetration tester. He knows all about it.
It is on my resume.
Ladies. But even while saying all those things, like, it's because we desperately want them to, like, we want to showcase, God damn it. And it's just like every other time we get our hopes up and then we get squashed. It's just, we get too amped, and then it's just like, it's a good show, but it's nothing to write home about, right? It's like, we're waiting for the Miles Morales reveal.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong here. It feels like we're getting too many PlayStation reveals that are like, hey, look at this cool new controller you can buy, but not a game that you could use the controller for.
Yeah.
100%. All right. That said, speaking about things we don't know about, let's talk about this next bit of news that suddenly got a lot of traction. Though I feel like we've talked about it a lot previously. So, Kyle Stevenson, take it away, good sir.
This comes from Andy Robinson over at VGC, and Andy writes, Sony is reportedly planning a Nintendo Switch-style PlayStation 6 portable. That's according to Moore's Law is Dead, a YouTube channel that has previously leaked accurate technical info on PlayStation consoles before their announcement. In a new video, MLID shares specific technical specifications for the PS6 handheld, which will reportedly release alongside a traditional, more powerful PlayStation 6 home console, which it says is based on quote-unquote up-to-date documentation from graphics partner AMD. Notably, Moore's Law says it's seen quote-unquote multiple documents that directly call out that the planned PlayStation 6 portable can be docked like a Nintendo Switch, and claims that it will be capable of playing games natively at power exceeding that of the base PS5 when docked. The PlayStation 6 portable will reportedly feature an AMD APU featuring 4 Zen... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, hold on.
I added this part in just so you had trouble reading it.
I haven't brought out the voice in a while, so let me see if I can bring it out.
Yep, let's go. Let's break it out.
The PlayStation 6 portable will reportedly feature an AMD APU featuring 4 Zen 6C cores and 2 further cores dedicated entirely to system tasks. In addition, PS6 is said to feature a 16X RDNA 5CU GPU clocked at 1.2 GHz in handheld mode and 1.65 GHz stocked. Oh, yeah. Moore's Law is dead speculates based on specification costs that the PS6 handheld could retail for around $500 and release in late 2027. Sony hasn't launched a native gaming handheld since PS Vita in 2011. A portable accessory for PlayStation 5, PlayStation Portal, was released in 2023, but it's not capable of playing games natively. It was first reported by Reuters last year that Sony had contracted AMD to design and fabricate the PlayStation 6's chip due to the company's prioritization of backwards compatibility. AMD also created the custom system on a chip, SoC, for PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro, and according to Reuters, this was a crucial point in Sony's decision for PlayStation 6. Sony discussed its future console strategy in a business segment meeting this summer, in which it said it was committed to, quote, exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with games, and that the future of the platform is top of mind. Quote, while we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top of mind, said SIE CEO Hideaki Nishino. We are committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with our content and services.
Hooey. Now, Tom, no, sorry. Is it? No, Mr. Moore's Law is
Andy.
Dead. Andy.
Well, Andy wrote it, but yeah, Moore's Law is the channel.
So Mr. Moore here also goes on to theorize that there could be a smaller device that would be more for a broader audience. So think of it like a Series S for PlayStation. That being said, as Abby is crying through the door again, I turn to light here because the one thing that we constantly hear out of console gaming is, and it's the problem with Xbox, is the problem with PlayStation's having, all of them are having, is how do we find new players to invest in these ecosystems? So my question to you is it through the handheld route with a portable PlayStation that may cost, let's just say, God willing, $500? It's crazy that I'm saying God willing. Or is it through something that's maybe, let's just say, $300 that's capable, but not the most beefy thing in the world, but may get, some people that don't have $500 for a game console? What do you think is the best way?
I don't know. I don't feel like you can compare that. I don't know. It's just that my gears are stalling. I personally am very excited for a handheld to play games natively. I don't necessarily think it's comparable to a console. Like I don't necessarily see someone being like, "Oh, I don't want to spend $500, so I'm going to get a $300 thing." Like I don't. Does that make sense? Like I don't think if you're in console for if you're a market for a console, I don't think like you're debating between the handheld and a console. I feel like the handheld is like something you're also going to get, or that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah,
I get it. The dog's distracting.
I got distracted by the dog crying, and she's so cute.
She is. She's so big. This is
But that
twice in a
being
row.
said-
I'm teaching her a bad habit.
Listen, baby needs cuddles, okay?
Yeah,
it's true. She really just wants to play. But
I am very excited for a PlayStation handheld that would play games natively. I don't have a portal. Mr. Light does. He likes it well enough, but also it's kind of annoying because when he's on hotel Wi-Fi, it doesn't really work super well anyway. So it's kind of like that was the point. So what is the point if that's not going to work? It might work well for other people, but we just haven't figured out how to get it to work really well. So I would love that. When I was in PAX West, I was invited to the Microsoft campus and I was able to play the Microsoft ROG Xbox Ally, which is kind of like the equivalent on the Xbox side.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice. It was really nice. And that makes me very excited for like something like this on the PlayStation side. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Kyle, what say you?
I'm with you, Light. My biggest fear when this popped up, and before I read it, I just saw like the headlines, whatever. It was like, oh no, PS6 is only going to be a handheld like Switch device.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me worried. The fact that this specifically says it is in addition to a more traditional console, I'm more
Mm-hmm.
excited about it. For me, it is a no buy unless I can download games to it.
Right.
I don't want to be streaming it because that is a recipe for disaster in this house. So that's gotta be it's gotta be included in there. A tricky thing just for me, and who knows if again this might be the cutoff, and I'm just gonna have to live a different lifestyle of no physical games on PS6. Like if I buy it physically, how will I be able to download that to this portable
That's probably
PS6?
like this is the digital only console.
That's what I mean.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like that has me a little worried about my prospect of owning one, but I'm also in the camp of I don't want to see a PS6 in 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. We don't need it yet.
No, I don't think we do.
We're talking about all these, studios that we don't know what they're working on.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like, here's the PS5 and PS6 game. Like that's the thing that
I don't want Naughty Dog to go a whole generation without launching a game on it.
Right. And not to mention, like, we talk about the PS5 being like, well, I do, of like being this lost generation that doesn't feel like it has an identity because so many of the games you're able to play on your PS4. And it's kind of like, okay, I get it. The game looks prettier on my 5, but what is the thing that is the definitive experience for my PlayStation 5 I can't play anywhere else? That's not just Returnal. You know what I mean? Like,
and we really only just, I want to say this year, started getting titles that were only available on PS5.
Yeah.
Just like very recently. So if that's the case, that tells me we have a long way to go before we're reaching the limits of the PS5 hardware. And like, sure, release another updated Pro Plus whatever version you want of this system, but don't do a whole new console yet. Wait, in my opinion.
Right.
And that could just be because I bought my PS5 Pro and I don't want to have to get a 6 in 2 years. But I might be a little skewed. But I don't think we need it because we're not even really reaching the limits of this console yet. So why make a new one?
I do want to note this is the most calm Abby's ever been in her whole life.
She is so sweet.
She is
She looks way less scared compared to last week when you brought her on.
Well, she's getting comfortable being on cam.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Hi, baby.
She's becoming a big dog. She's got big dog energy, but still a little body. This is how I talk to her 100% of the time, by the way.
As you should.
I say, we're her family, and mother and father, they're across the hall, and I'm your brother, and we love each other. We love each other in this house.
How old is she?
She's going to be 2 years old.
Oh,
in October.
Baby.
I know, she's such a cute. Technically, I think she's 2 now, but no, she's 2.
She's just a baby.
But yeah, it's like we're gonna talk about a game coming to PS4 that was launched on PS5. Like, it's just, yeah, this console needs an identity. It needs games that you're like, when you think of the PS4, you can think of 5 games that come to mind going, yep, those were the games. And for PlayStation 5, it's like Returnal and Spider-Man 2, right? Because, yeah, it's God of War and like Horizon.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Okay, we got 3. Give me 2 more. It's that's my frustration. Is this console still lacks some sort of identity from the prior iterations that just makes me bummed that we're already talking about a PlayStation 6. And I'm like, it's still like this hobby's getting more expensive. How are you finding the youth here? Because we're not capturing it, right? That's the common thread this year. And the panic's like, where do we find the younger audiences? You're going to sell them on a $500 console?
Yeah.
Like, just think about the Steam Deck. That Steam Deck is the OLED, $550, 5 million units sold. Like, do you really think you're switched? Do you really think you have Switch 2 energy? I just don't know.
And it's also the fact, and I think we talked about it last week or the week before, but they really need to show me what a PS6 can even do that I want to upgrade my system, right? Because when PS6 comes around, we're going to be in the same situation where they are going to still be making PS5 games. So, like, why do I need the new system? Granted, I'm a PlayStation boy. I'll get it anytime anyway. But it's just like, what is that next innovation that's going to be like, cool, can't wait for PS6?
Yeah. She's resting her head on my shoulder.
Also, thanks, Laura.
Yeah, shout out Laura here. I listened to you guys on Spotify so I could pass time at work, but wanted to say that I love this show and look forward to it every week.
Yay!
Yeah, I think we've hit some great points here. I think, to me, the most exciting console is the thing that brings players in. So whether you made a Fire Stick, an Apple TV, whatever it is, that's what we need. And I think that's going to revitalize things. Though I would say that the console that excites me the most would be the handheld, but I know I'm already in the minority when even speaking about that. That said, Light, I'm going to throw the next news story over to you. Kyle's done a lot of reading.
He had to read a lot of tricky tech terms too.
Can I tell you something?
And nailed it.
He did way better than I was reading it in my mind.
Listen, he reads.
When I go in that robotic voice, all bets are off.
When you make him read that techie stuff, I literally glaze over. I lose all consciousness, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Okay, Light, so," and I'm like, "What?"
Newsflash, Light. I do the same thing as I'm reading it. Like, what am I even saying?
What's happening?
Flux capacitor makes time travel possible. All right, let me bring her to mother, and you speak the words. Come on, Abigail, let's go.
Okay, so Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming has a new PlayStation 5 Digital Edition will launch this month with less storage. A new report claims that a new PlayStation 5 Digital Edition will be released later this month, but with reduced storage capacity. The report outlines that the console revision CFI 2100 will still retail at the standard €499 price point. PlayStation 5 console revisions usually include other minor changes, such as performance and cooling, but the report outlines that they haven't been able to find any information suggesting these changes, although we suspect there will be some, as they are not typically advertised. The report comes from data miner and JSON sniffer Bill Kuhn of Deal Labs, who has an accurate history of scraping yet unannounced information and data from store websites. Therefore, we believe the information is legitimate. It is said that the new console will release on September 13th, 2025 in Europe. So 10 days from now.
What's going on?
What is a JSON sniffer?
I didn't even know if that's how you said it. That I think is technically like the supervisor of the penetration inspector. I'm pretty sure they're like under the same umbrella.
No, that's how he would spell his name if he was that boss.
It's something to do with JavaScript. So
okay.
There you go.
Less exciting.
We are frowning. So, what are we doing? This is why I'm like, God, we hope it's a $500 console.
Are they only doing this because they raise prices on the other models? And they're like, hey, look at us. We're listening. Let's give you another one. But hey, less storage. This is awful. I don't like this.
That's how I take it. I take it they got shit for raising the prices, which not their fault.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Well, I mean, still.
Yeah.
Kind of their fault. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Okay. Anyways. So I think this is their like, oh, hey, we still have a console that's this price. So when you're scrolling through the website or when you have the kid going to Grandma, I want a PlayStation. It's only $5.99. Grandma goes and she's like, oh, this one. And then it can hold one game.
Right. So it's like, congratulations, we downloaded Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's literally all you're getting.
It becomes your one game machine. That's really what it is.
You would think you would be incentivized to put more more memory into your console, more storage onto your console. So you could buy more stuff.
So
you could buy more stuff. You would think, hey, the problem with this industry is they only play 7 games. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Roblox, Minecraft. Guess what this thing can play? 2 of those games. Like, do you not? It's frustrating. It's frustrating because, like, you're right. On one hand, this is the bad bit right of the night. On one hand, it's like, I get it. market conditions, it's force your hand to raise the prices and to do all this stuff because of tariffs and inflation and all this stuff. And I love what Jose Martinez over at the Nerd Chat said. As an economics teacher, he's like, that's just how it works. They're never going to eat the cost. The cost is always going to go towards the consumer. That's just basic economics. That's just how it's worked. It's how it's always worked. And don't think that they're going to be generous because they care so much about you. No, they care about their bottom line more. So they're going to raise the prices, cut corners where they can. And we are just supposed to sit here and go, all right, cool. We love you too. It's like, this sucks. This is just...
And to Nisa's point in chat, Nisa says, do you think PlayStation will let it be upgradable? I do, but then at that point, just buy the higher price regular PS5 at that point.
Right. And like, I have 2 extra terabytes on my console that I have. So you can do it. You could buy an extra terabyte, whatever, screw it in. It's literally 30-second process. I get it. But like, still, even to that, it's like, that is a cost you're putting onto the consumer, and you're trusting the consumer to know that already. And chances are most people don't know that, or don't have the confidence to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Infinite Chris says, Mr. Badbit is awesome. Love watching y'all 2020 content.
Also the pause.
Because I was clicking it, I was trying to
okay.
Man,
Dramatic
2020. no, just what were we more optimistic then? Where we just think about it.
I had the longest hair of my life back when we were doing 2020 content because I couldn't get a haircut.
Yeah.
It was down to my shoulders light. It was bad.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was.
You look like Beast out of Beauty and the
Didn't
Beast.
like it at all.
Yeah.
Wicked flow, bruh.
Yeah.
I've never uttered those words in my entire life, by the way. I just feel like you probably look like a lax bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the lax bros at your school, they did this in college. I don't know if they still do this, but they would cut off the sleeves of their shirt and then they'd wear the sleeve as the headband to pull their luscious locks back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, they're being economical with the material.
That's
I
true.
Honestly, a lot of them could rock it, but like seriously, get a haircut. If you can't stand your hair down, get a haircut.
Yeah. That said, don't cut off the sleeves of the PS5's goddamn SSD for the love of God. It's not a good look. Okay.
Mr. Light, he has a new name in chat. He's too cool to be Mr. Light now. He's just a guy. I know this isn't the point of this, but shout out to Claire Obscure being $40 and Silksong being 20, the real MVPs of 2025. Seriously.
I mean,
hey, there's my handsome hubby.
He is. He really is. First off, we talked about like James Bond, how excited we are for it on Twitter, and you're like, oh my God, cosplay idea, whatever. You guys need to do a cosplay. He needs literally, I'm like, if anybody could rock James Bond, it's Mr. Light.
He does look.
It got a little hot.
So funny enough, the tuxes for our wedding are James Bond inspired cuts of tux. Yeah.
Dude, it writes itself. There you go. IOI, hire these two.
Can I
yes.
very quickly to Mr. Light's comment there?
Mm-hmm.
That is making a small little Mr. K-Step rant here. The Silksong being $20 has made my job so much more difficult for future clients.
Why is that?
Because they always want to set a price so they can get as much revenue as possible. But I can't be like, all right, yeah, $30 is good for your game when Silksong's out here dropping at 20. Like, a very smart person said this, I forgot where, but they were like, take it from Team Cherry, rich people making everyone else not be able to become rich because they're setting the price at $20. You know, like, awesome. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
It just makes my job in video game PR so much more difficult.
Infinite Chris writes Bluebeard era. So
Hell
that's what the era. Yeah, that's a good era. That's a good era, Kyle. Bad era for me though. real bad. I remember that mental health was low. All right. This one I don't think we need to get too in the weeds for, but I'll just say here because this is should be flash news, to be honest. Fairgames creative director leaves Haven Studios mid development. I got this story from IGN over at IGN from Vicky Blake, who's the talented journalist that wrote that, not me. So we know that we've had several of the co-founders, including Jade Raymond, leave the studio, and now the director of Fairgames has left the studio. This is weeks after poor player testing of the game reportedly has kind of leaked out that people have not been high on the game. Quote, as of this week, I joined WB Montreal Inc. as creative director. Dapure, the former director of Fairgames, writes, announced in a LinkedIn post, I can't wait to start this wonderful adventure with all the great people here at the studio. I also want to thank Yves Lachance, Logan A. Lesage, and Brian LaBerge for the trust and support throughout the process. Now let's do this. Neither Haven nor Sony has commented publicly on Dapure's departure. All right. over under. This game coming out, you think?
Are we over a JSON sniffer or under a penetration expert?
Exactly. Where are we on this?
I think we're in fluffer territory, if I'm totally honest.
Okay, can I just tell you one random funny story?
Yes.
That reminded me of. So I have a very, 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 very fuzzy sweater. It's got a hood. It's very large. It's like a blanket with sleeves, and it's very fuzzy. And I did not know that term, and I always confidently called it my fluffer. And Mr. Light had to inform me what that actually was.
Oh, that's so good.
Because I was going to wear it to school for pajama day one day, and he's like, whatever you do, for the love of God, do not call it that.
So
I was like, what do you mean? What is it? Well, have a seat.
Prepare to have your mind blown out in the best ways.
I don't think this game's coming out.
No.
Which is a bummer, but too many people are leaving. We've only seen that one CG trailer. Does that sound familiar of any other what's live service games that PlayStation has tried to put out?
Never.
Roughly last August for 2 weeks. Like it's eerily similar. Very eerily similar. So yeah. Notice how we didn't even say for this rumored second state of play that we'd see it there. Because like
I forgot it existed, to be honest.
I don't even think they're ready to show it in any capacity. People don't like what it plays like. So it's in trouble.
Yeah. It's to say the least. I don't think this game comes out. I don't even think Sony's mentioned it in their quarterly earnings when they talk about games coming out in the next fiscal year. So I think this game's dead. I think Haven Studios is dead. I think we're going to see more layoffs. As sad as that's to hear, it's like, my whole thing is like, how did we even get here to this point? It talks about like, back to last week's episode of like Herman Hulse going, hey, listen, we now have a whole new host of quality control to keep us from getting to a Concord failure. And I think this is probably also one of those games that got to that or may get to that level, but I don't think this thing gets turned around. Yeah. And when we talk about layoffs, these are like as disappointed as it are and people get displaced. These are the ones where it's like, you understand because it's like they made the thing didn't come together. Fine. But when you hear like, hey, this company laid off thousands of people because they needed their stock prices to go up a percentage, that sucks. All right. Gang, it's time for some flashes. Gotta go fast. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Just a quick little snippet from Insider Gaming. In Stellar Blade sequel is in the works. So after the port over to PC. It looks like Shift Up has confirmed that the sequel of 2024 Stellar Blade is in active development. This is a few weeks after Shift Up announced the intention to make a sequel, but now the cogs are actively turning. This snippet of the financial report translated from Genki JPN, who is a Twitter user over from Japan, so they translated this themselves. We are actively pursuing the franchise development of the Stellar Blade IP and are currently developing a sequel to Stellar Blade. For those who are excited, we're clapping. We're clapping our hands. Clapping our hands.
Did not play through the whole thing. Does it set up a sequel?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Yeah. All right, gang. This is a fun one. Sony's Helldivers 2 is the top-selling game, both number 1 and number 3 on the paid charts over on the Xbox Store. We're clapping. We're clapping.
Very nice. Very nice.
Kyle Stevenson.
Hi.
Seems like Xbox players do want to play a third-person over-the-shoulder game.
It's crazy.
All right.
Who'd have thunk?
I've lived most of my years hearing the opposite, so it's very cool to see that I was wrong.
But it's not single player open world. All right. Okay. Here's another one.
Another one.
We don't want to.
I don't want to spend too much time on this because
we're just gonna say it, and then we're gonna say what the hell is PlayStation doing? Sony sells ownership stake in Evo to Nodwin Gaming. This report comes from Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. The long and short of it is they're selling their ownership stake of Evo, and they're going to still be a global partner. They're just not going to own the stake of it. They're making a fighting game. The Evo is all about fighting games, and it's growing into being a bigger thing. What are you doing, Sony? What are we doing? You want to do this whole multiplayer push, and then you have something that is, from all reports, it's growing, it's popular. Okay, fair enough.
You also have a fighting stick that's coming out too. Like,
you would think.
Yeah.
So the company, the Saudi Arabia company that became a global partner of Evo last year, however you say that, they were at PAX East 2 years ago,
and it was awful.
And when I tell you that booth was sketchy as hell, that it felt like they were trying to sign you up for a cult.
Yeah.
It had like these giant portals, which were really cool and flashy and eye-catching, and then you walk up and you're like, what is this? And they're like, come inside and I'll tell you. And we're like, I'm sorry, what?
It was awful. It took up so much floor space, and nobody knew what it was. It was an eyesore. They were also at DreamHack in Atlanta last year when I went, and that booth was empty the entire time.
Yeah,
because have money to spend. It
felt like a money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
And then we went to Mr. Light and I went to some Twitch party after, and they were there and like trying to like get info from like all of the streamers, like, oh, who are you? What's your thing? And we're just like, I'm gonna exit stage left because
they're asking women if they're driving.
I know their whole thing is they want to make that fictional city for all the games is their thing, but like
sketchy. Sketchy.
Stop.
Just to let everybody know, a Saudi prince does own most of the water supply in the state of Arizona. That's not a joke. Google it. All right. Don't know what's happening in the world anymore. I don't know. It's weird, and you know,
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's weird, you know. But listen, I bet half the world says that about us when we're, you know,
half.
buying
That's an under. That's an under.
That's an under. You're right.
We're way over half at this point, Joe.
America, USA. Okay.
America.
That's right. Okay, here's an interesting but sad one. Just because, you know, they make games on PlayStation now. Take-Two talks to save Perfect Dark reboot reportedly collapsed. So yeah, Take-Two was in talks with Microsoft, similar to the ways we saw with the Hi-Fi Rush dev, where they were able to sell that dev off. It looks like they were trying to kind of have Crystal shepherd the game, continue working on it, and then Take-Two publish the game, but those talks fell through because of who would own the future stakes or future trademarks of the game.
Listen,
Yes, Light?
both sides have made some real questionable decisions, okay?
Sure.
Obviously, I am typically a little easier on the Xbox side, okay? It's been called out. It's fine. I'm not saying this was good of Xbox to do, because it wasn't. Like, what the fuck, Xbox? Come on. But I do wonder how bad of a state was Perfect Dark in, that it was supposed to be that far along and it got cut, and then the talks for somebody else to buy it also fell through. Now, I know there's also capitalist blah, 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 mumbo jumbo going on in there.
Right.
But it does really make me wonder, like, it could not have been in a good state. It couldn't have. It couldn't have. Now, granted, like, the what was that rhythm one that did really, really well that everyone loved?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. They sold that company after it did amazingly and sold like gangbusters. So clearly they made questionable decisions.
Right.
But from what I've heard of, like, what was shown recently and how it had to be played a very specific way or the entire thing would break, and it was supposed to be really far along, it just sounds like there was a lot going on there behind the scenes that we are not aware of, and sucks. And I wish they could have been purchased by somebody else to try to save them. But it does make me wonder what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I think that's the best take, because when you first read this article, it's easy to get real libbed up, where you're like, oh my god, these corporations are just going to sit on IP and they're never going to use it, and that makes me angry. And then when you hear it would have costed $90 million to finish this project in a perfect world, it's like, what?
And then we wonder why games cost $100 coming out.
Right.
If we don't want them to cost $100, they can't cost 90 million additional funds to make.
So if let's just say you are Xbox and the game does pop off via Take-Two's publishing, what does your cut look like? Are you happy with that cut? Can you go take it somewhere else? Could you then go, hey, we'll shepherd the sequel? Like, there are the sad conservative dad reality of the world, which is like, you need to make money, you are a company, and you do also want to protect your IP from even its own success, what could be, if you don't control it. So yeah, on paper, I get it. I'm on the Bernie bus too. But when you look a little deeper, you're like, okay, right. Sort of makes sense. Sad to see it happen, but sort of makes sense. Yeah. All right. Last one. This one's just for me, gang. Stealth on X, right? It's Twitter. Writes, Capcom president Toshiji Moto writes about poor, quote unquote, underperforming Monster Hunter Wild numbers. Still one of the top, if not the top selling game this year, but they're still expecting it to be even bigger, and they are still a little disappointed with how this game has rolled out. Now, I want to preface this, I'm not a Monster Hunter guy, but the Monster Hunter community is genuinely not happy with the state the game is currently in with its endgame. Might be a situation for it, but they say that PlayStation 5 has been a barrier for the Monster Hunter Wilds adoption, partially due to its system price. And to that, I want to shout out the Capcom president here. Thank you, sir, because sometimes, listen, you got to put belt to butt, and you got to call these companies out, and I love to see that. The price of the PlayStation 5 is too gosh darn expensive. I understand that. Awesome. We need to see more important people say, hey, yeah, no, this price of this console is too darn much. Maybe that's the pressure needed. I don't know. Anyway, they want to get Monster Hunter Wilds into as many people's hands as possible. They're currently, quote unquote, formulating a strategy to boost sales. The response to Switch 2 has been better than expected, so we could probably expect some type of scaled down version of Monster Hunter Wilds on the Switch 2, or the next Monster Hunter being on Switch 2. Cool beans. Awesome.
But I think their issue is it's Monster Hunter Wilds. That's why it's not selling, because it's Monster Hunter. And I hate Monster Hunter. I'm tired of seeing it.
Fair enough. I'll leave it there.
No, I'm getting eerily similar vibes of, granted the other one is I don't think sold as much as this one, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, like it did pretty well.
Yeah,
it's critically received everything, but Square Enix was like, no, this is a failure. It's like, well, is it though? Or did you spend $5 million putting Monster Hunter Wilds in every showcase known to man for a year and a half straight?
Yeah. It makes you question where when you will see the next Monster Hunter and what showcase it will be.
Sure.
And who's going to be its partner. That said, I'm about to cough on this water. T, you've been playing a lot of video games, yeah?
Can I do a couple more things real quick, Flash News wise? Just because a lot of games have come out. A quick little review roundup, because a lot of big things came out. Hell is Us is sitting at an 80 at Open Critic.
Oh, yes.
Super excited for that one. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is sitting at 86, which I hear we're going to hear about from Joe in a few minutes here. Chronos, The New Dawn is sitting at a 78 on Open Critic. And Lost Soul Aside is sitting at a 64. So,
yeah.
A lot of big games out there doing decent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lost Soul Aside was a PlayStation exclusive.
Uh-huh.
From the China Hero Project. That was made by a small team as well. Rumor is like the budget was $8 million for that game.
Well, I think it was primarily a solo dev for like over a decade.
Yeah. And that's why when I think this is a case of like, when you hear this game's been in development for 10 plus years, I kind of go, uh-oh. Because like those are some 10-year-old ideas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That said, any of those reviews strike you like strongly there, Kyle?
It's cool that people are digging Hell is Us. That was the one that I had the biggest question about, even though I loved the demo. And still kind of in chat is saying that he's loving it. He says it's fantastic, so that's really good to hear. Yeah, I think that's the one that is the most exciting, because out of those 4, that is the one that I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
And yeah, it seems like Chronos is doing a good job too. So like,
same.
Yeah, and Metal Gear 3 is Metal Gear 3. Surprise.
Oh man, I can't wait to talk about it. That said, like for this segment of what you've been playing a lot of games.
A lot. Holy shit.
So I would say, could we name a top? Could we go through a top 5 of the games that you played?
Sure. Real quick off beat of that though, I did finish Clair Obscure today.
Yay!
I have some final cleanup bosses to do that are not part of the main story, so no spoilers there. But the main story done, great, loved it. So sad it's done. Feeling very woo.
I will have to ask you once we're done over how it ended for you, because I have questions.
Okay. In terms of PAX West, so obviously I was at PAX West in Seattle. There were so many great games there. I did play all of the Capcom ones that were there. So RE9, Onimusha, and Pragmata. I'm going to kind of lump those 3 together because they are all Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
They were all absolutely wonderful, but absolutely surprised me was how much I love Pragmata. Joe, I know you played that at Summer Games Fest.
Yes.
Kyle, I don't think did you play that one? No,
I did not. No.
Just to reiterate what Joe said, it's like live action shooting, but there's a puzzle mechanic while you're shooting, and it is executed so beautifully. It is so fun. I wanted more. I wasn't ready for the demo to be done. Very, very good. Onimusha, same. I made the mistake. I played it on easy because I was scared that it was going to kick my butt. It was way too easy on easy, so don't play it on easy. Seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. It felt very good. I'm very excited for that one. Another Resident Evil. It was really fun. Felt great.
Nice.
Resident Evil was the same trailer that we had been seeing. So it wasn't a new section, but I got to play through that section.
How scary was it though? Was it scary?
Listen, when you play inverted and you can't invert, so you're staring at the ground, it's terrifying because when you walk into her, it's very startling. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest, but I think because I had already seen like the jump scares from the trailer, so I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
So the Capcom show up phenomenal, really, really good. One of my games of show is a game. It doesn't have a release date yet, but they are going to do a Steam demo, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you wishlist it on Steam. It's called Project Adam. It is a party game that is they're hoping to have come out next year tentatively, but they don't have like a date yet, so that might not happen. But if you are a fan of Fall Guys, if you are a fan of Astrobot, and if you are a fan of Animal Crossing, it is like if those three became a throuple and had a baby.
Oh.
It surprised me. I wasn't necessarily interested in making an appointment. I only did because my friend Luke was working the booth for them, and him and Sabrina were like, "Hey, we've got slots. You want one?" I was like, "Sure, I'll do it for a friend." And I'm so glad I did because it was so fun. So they have levels you can play by yourself, which felt very Astro Body, time challenges, things like that. They have levels that you play like party mode with other people that felt very Fall Guys, different types of levels, different things that you do, different weapons, different outfits, felt very Fall Guys. But then there's also a world that you can create and build shops and restaurants, and you can hire staff, and you can do all this stuff, which felt very Animal Crossing. It was very cute. I went back and I played it like, I think a total of 3 times because I was having so much fun with it. And it's definitely a game that you want to play with friends. It's probably going to be one of those like flash in the pans. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be like super long winded, lasting forever, but I think it'll be like Fall Guys where people continue to play it. You just don't hear a lot about it. Sure. Super cute. Like the character design is absolutely adorable. Tons of customization. And just definitely one to keep an eye on. The other one, which again, I had played already at SGF, was Mistfall. This is like if Bloodborne met a dungeon extraction game. Like Bloodborne meets Tarkov.
You played this at SGF, yeah.
So they added so much more since SGF, and like they added like a whole home base thing that you can explore and walk around, and characters you can talk to. And the combat of this again feels very fun. Again, I think I would have fun with it more if I played it with friends, because you can have friends come in and do the levels with you. You're basically working through levels and trying to get the loot, and then you go back to your little hub world and you do whatever, and then you go to a new level and kind of work through the loot. But again, really pretty. Combat feels really fun. Definitely a challenge, and definitely one to keep your eye on.
Nice.
And then the last one I would say, okay, this is a random one, but since we have a lot of Balatro fans, Arcane Eats. There's a little indie game called Arcane Eats. Again, check them out on Steam. If you like Hearthstone, the World of Warcraft card game, if you like Diner Dash, and if you like Dave the Diver, if those 3 got together and had a child, it would be Arcane Eats. Basically, you are running a restaurant and you have to feed your clients, but you do that by playing cards, and you can stack the cards, and there are abilities, and you've got your cook stations. There will be food critics that come in that are like the bosses that you're fighting. It was very fun. Completely took me by surprise. I only played it because somebody else that I was there with was like, this was really fun, you should check it out. So I did. It kind of even looks like Hearthstone in terms of like the board.
Yeah.
Super fun. I wanted to go back and play this one, but it had a very long line. So I didn't go back. But I already talked about potentially getting us codes for this and talking about it on our show because I really loved it. So that'd be the last one. And then just a shout out, I had already played this, so it wasn't new to me, but if you like cozy tavern management sim games, there's one called Another Pint that is also looks very cute. It's still a little rough around the edges, so I hope they take the time that they need to actually like let it cook and work out some of the kinks, but it is off to like it. If they can work out some of those little things, it's going to be really fun and a really cute game. So that's another one. So Arcane Eats, Another Pint, Project Adam, Mistfall.
Nice. How about
and all Capcom?
And all Capcom.
Yeah.
I heard about this little game. Oh God, I really hope it makes it. What's it called? Song Silk?
Yeah. So that's the other thing. I was invited, like I said, I was invited to Microsoft Campus to play some games that are not out yet. Silk Song on the ROG Xbox Ally, which I did ask how to say that because I had no idea how to say it. It is the ROG Xbox Ally is the official name. Silk Song. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We had like 2 little mini levels that we could play that felt really good. The mechanics feel the same as Hollow Knight. So if you didn't like Hollow Knight, you're still probably not going to like this. But if you did enjoy Hollow Knight, you will enjoy this. The only thing that felt different was in Hollow Knight, you can kind of like pogo stick and attack down. You can't do that in this. You do a sideways angled attack. So that takes a little bit of getting used to.
Oh, okay.
But, it seemed fun. Like I said, we only get to play a very small portion. But the ROG Xbox Ally, I know this is a PlayStation podcast, but if you like the Xbox controller, this handheld feels good. I struggled with handhelds. I don't really prefer my Switch. I don't find it very comfortable in my hands. I like my Steam Deck, but it is a little big for my hands. So while I don't mind playing on it, my hands do ache after a while and I have to stop. This one felt like an Xbox controller. The actual part you're holding in your hands feels like you were holding an Xbox controller.
That's nice.
With the exception of the bumpers are a little bit higher. So if you have smaller fingers, that might be difficult. And the buttons are flat versus bubbled. But the actual like hand piece feels like an Xbox controller. So if you like that, you will really like this.
Yeah.
I played High on Life 2. I played Silk Song. I was trying to play No Ghosts at the Grand, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get on that one because everybody wanted to play it and everyone was having such a fun time with it that the line was very long and I couldn't get there.
That's fair.
And it was a small event too. So the fact that everyone wanted to get on that just shows you how good that one was.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's a couple other games there too, but I didn't get a chance to play.
That's the thing that does excite me about the Xbox Ally thing is like the fact that like with because listen, we were harsh on the Portal. All right, because it looks dumb. It's just a DualSense with a screen on. It's comfortable. It feels like a DualSense in my hand. The only thing that I don't like is the small little analog sticks. They don't make no sense. And so, like for what you're saying about the Roger Ally is that like, hey, it feels like an Xbox controller. It's got regular ass analog sticks.
Mhm.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Because
It's literally if they split this in half and put a screen in the middle. But like I said, the top bumpers are very skinny and they're higher up. So like instead of being here, I think you're probably like up above. So that would be my only complaint. But this part, the hand part, felt real good.
Nice. I love to hear it. Kyle Stevenson.
Hi.
Have you been playing anything, man?
I bought Madden.
I was gonna say, listen, Kyle, it's okay if you didn't play anything this week. I'll ask you again.
No, I bought Madden, and I shouldn't have let my desire for it to be football season again to sway me because it's just Madden, and like it's fine.
It's fine.
Still a buggy mess, but whatever. I did it. I'm the problem. But outside of that, I didn't play a whole lot last week. I do want to shout out again. It's not a PlayStation game. You can play it on Steam and I believe mobile and Switch. But I played through and Roger. Hour-long game. It is super emotional. I don't want to give too much away, but it is one of the strongest narrative games I've played all year.
Nice.
And I it's that rare case where gameplay isn't just gameplay to make your way through the story. It is part of the story, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like the actions of how you're interacting with the game actually makes you feel like you are having a huge impact on the story. So like, yeah. Whoa. So I just looked over. So kind of says I'm the most average gamer on the podcast. What?
That's right.
How dare you, sir?
That's right.
How dare you, sir?
Can I talk to you guys about a game that I've been playing?
Is it like a waifu game? Why do you need to ask permission?
Yeah. Hands.
Honestly,
Is it a penetration expert game?
Honestly, kinda.
No,
Let's
no.
talk about it.
Oh, no.
Listen, I was planning because it was the Labor Day break or whatever Labor Day means. We're excited that we have our day off for it. I was planning to switch off between Gears of War and this game. I started playing it on Friday and I could not put it down. And I beat it last night. And I love it so much that as much as I want to attempt the platinum, I know I shouldn't. But now I'm also tempted to go back and play the previous entries. I want to apologize to Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, and just the franchise in general. This has been a blind spot game for a very long time. A blind spot series for a very long time. As I was 6 when the original game came out, and I was, I think, about 12 when Snake Eater came out. I want to apologize because I remember renting this game from Blockbuster, playing it for 20 minutes, going, I gotta eat snakes and I lose stamina if I don't eat. Going back. And I did the Game Pass thing. I played it for 15 minutes. I was like, no way, Jose. And I tossed it aside and I got something else. Maybe I tried to trick my mom into getting me Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. But Blockbuster was like Game Pass back in the day. We didn't complain. We loved it because it was a terrific value and we were 12 years old.
Bring back Blockbuster.
Bring it back. We need it now more than ever. You kidding me? Jesus Christmas. All right. Snake Eater's a really great game. And, or Delta, rather. This is, in terms of remakes, and how deep this remake goes, it could be a Final Fantasy VII remake level where it's like, hey, we're changing a lot of things about this game and we're breaking it up into 3 games. Or it could be a Demon Souls / Last of Us Part 1 remake where it's like mostly visuals. Maybe we touch up the AI here or there, but it's mainly just now very pretty to look at. This game comes very close of kind of marrying that type of, hey, this is just a very prettier version of the game, but then also the Resident Evil style remakes where they also touch up and modernize the controls to make it so that it is a comparable game to where games are at currently, while not changing story beats to fit the modern era. So the one thing that I really do like about this game, because yes, there are some very, very things that age poorly in this game. And the cool thing is like they kind of do like what they do in like streamers where like, hey, just so you know, 20 years ago, this stuff was okay. It's not okay now, but we want to respect it, the game itself, and we're not removing it because it is important and it speaks to the time this game was made. Cool. That being said, this game, there's something about its story where it's like, I shouldn't be digging it as much as I want to, because it is campy as all hell. There's a lot of moments where like, I now understand the phrase of like Kojima's gonna Kojima, because there are cutscenes that seem like they're 40 minutes long where I'll just put down the controller and I'll just put my arms folded and I'll just watch what's on the screen. There's a lot of exposition dumps that these characters give you, but I'm still enthralled in the story of Snake and what he's going through. And the gameplay itself, I played only in the modern control scheme. I ain't got time for the the old way of doing it. So I don't know what to really compare this game to in terms of like its predecessor, because I never played it. That being said, this game's layered out in a linear path. You're getting from, or mostly linear path. You're trying to get from point A to point Z, and imagine the linear level broken up into stages as you're going through. So like blocked stages, and you're trying to traverse through. Either you're trying not to get spotted at all. Maybe you're trying to you're using the environment to your advantage. So, there's a beehive around this one guy. And you're like, I'm going to shoot the beehive. It's going to fall, and the bees are going to go and sting the shit out of him. He's going to run away, and I'm going to go cross the bridge now. Or I'm got my ghillie suit on, and I got a pet snake that I caught because I tranquilized it, and I'm going to throw the snake on a guy, and I'm going to watch him either get freaked out, get scared, shoot it, or the snake's going to bite him, and he's going to dive through the venom. Or I could do none of that and go, this is an action game now. And I just start using my gun. And I found...
So I just started shooting.
That's right. That's when I start blasting. And that's what I found so great about this game was like, it's definitely, they have a way that they would like you to play it, but they don't punish you for going, you could use your gun. It doesn't feel like the game breaks or there's never an ending. At least I never got caught in these certain parts. There wasn't like I got caught and I'm like, the level restarts. Only certain points I think do that. But overall, for 90% of that game, I can play it the way I want. And even like traversing the world, like if there's a locked door, I can go sneak up to a guard, I can choke him out, and I could interrogate him so he'll tell me where points of interest are, if there's a special item in the map, or just like the code to a certain door or how to call off an alarm. And all these things kind of sound like, oh, this is great for a game that's made today, and this game was made 20 years ago. So there's like a special appreciation for how far ahead this game was thinking, where there was mechanics that even surprised me still in a modern setting. So the gameplay was so much fun because it felt like I was playing it the way I wanted to play it, and not so much the game was dictating for me to play it. But also like the way that this is kind of like a slow cooker boils up to something that's so climactic that you're fighting. They drop you in a jungle, and by the end of it, you're fighting something bigger than life itself. And you go, yeah, that makes sense for this story. And it's exhilarating, and it's fun, and it's over the top, and it's campy, and it's Metal Gear. And as a newcomer to the series, I absolutely adored it, and I could not put the controller down. And when I had the controller down, I was constantly thinking about not just where the story was going, but how I would be playing the level as it goes. And just even seeing how the choices of how to defeat certain bosses, and all like the cool little Easter eggs kept in this game, man, I appreciate it so much. And that's why Metal Gear Solid Delta, if I were to rate it from a 20-point scale, easily like it's easily an 8.5. Like, it's a great game. It's one of my favorite games this year. And it just also makes you appreciate where Kojima has gone since, because you can see his progression. And that's the best thing I want to shout out to this dev team and to Konami. Kojima is everywhere in this game. His name is everywhere in this game. They gave him credit, and even when you hit the credits of this game, it is the original team first, and I really appreciate that. So this game is definitely a love letter to the series, a love letter to this game, and as a newcomer to the series, it's got me so intrigued to find out more about it, and hopeful that they will remake more of these games, because it is beautiful.
Nice.
So, yeah, highly recommend.
Sweet.
Highly recommend it. Whew. All right, that's what you've been playing. Man. And then next week, we're going to talk about Silk Song and like Chronos, you know? And then next week after that's Borderlands.
Yeah.
The next week after that, probably.
We're in it.
Gote. We're in it. All right, gang. That's what you've been playing. Are you guys holding on to anything? Anything at all?
I got the same dice again.
Fair enough. I was holding my dog earlier.
I have a Belvita cracker wrapper.
Ooh.
Yes. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront.
On September 9th, we've got Bubsy in the Perfect Collection.
Hey.
Coming to PS5 from Limited Run Games. On September 10th, we've got Garfield Kart 2, All You Can Drift. Coming out on PS5.
That. I love that title way more than I should.
And then finally, the one I'm most excited for on September 12th, coming to PS5, Borderlands 4. Now, I know you also played this at PAX, right?
I did.
Was it different from the time you flew out?
It was the same vault and the same boss, but they had 2 new vault hunters.
Oh,
so
cool.
I was able to play as Harlow this time. And Dan played as the big guy. I forget his name.
Nice.
And Harlow felt real good.
Okay.
Man, I can't wait. That's all I can think about is playing that game.
100%.
Oh, also, while we're on the subject of Borderlands and PAX Light.
Yeah.
I heard stories that they just had a rage room in the middle of the floor.
They did. So we are walking around and we're hearing this like, and we're like, what the hell is that? And we hadn't walked over to that side yet. So we're like, what is going on? What is that? We finally make it around. They had one of those rage rooms where you just get in the suit and the face mask and you have a bat and you were just destroying stuff. My friend Josh, who works for the Borderlands team, asked if I wanted to skip the line and go and do that. And I was like, listen, the line is an hour long. I'm not going to skip the line in front of people who've been waiting. But it looked like a lot of fun. And let me tell you, nerds have some rage built up.
Yeah.
It was all glass so you could watch, or plexiglass so you could watch. And it had it always had a ring of people around watching it, and people were just going crazy in there.
That's wild.
And the second it opened, people were running to get in line there. That and the Borderlands line were insane.
Yeah.
Forget what's it? God damn it. The
Night Rain Dome at PAX East?
Yeah, forget the Night Rain Dome. Forget those little trivia rooms that you get to do. Give me rage rooms, okay? I don't want to solve a riddle. Give me something I can punch.
But I want it right next to the chill room.
Yeah.
So you go from there and then straight into the other one.
And they give you some hemp.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. That said, Sony Pony Express looks a little different this week. I dropped the ball. Work's been getting a little crazy. And by this point, listen, maybe someone at work is listening, maybe they're not. But usually how Wednesdays work is I try to cram in the notes very early in the morning because I also have a work meeting on Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to make a thumbnail, I'm trying to make the notes, and then I'm trying to ask for questions. And I was getting the thumbnail, I was getting it all on time. I was like, yes, I missed nothing. I miss asking questions. So I want to say MVP to Kyle Stevenson, not less than an hour before the podcast, ask for questions. Thank you so much. Someone's
it was only because I saw someone hey, is there a show today? I was like, yeah. I also forgot what day it was. Yeah. So when I saw it, I was like, wait, I thought we're recording. But yeah, no worries.
So my apologies. It's all these I'm reading for the first time. So let's get to it. It's gonna be a fun one. Mr. Zircon Kiyu writes in, just like you can too. You head on over to the Trophy Room Discord. Ask your questions in the questions column, and there's a good chance we'll read them live here on the show, just like how Mr. Zircon Kiyu writes. Alrighty then, trio. Let's a little round of Kiss, Marry, Kill. Listen, you're talking to the three most penetration experts this side of the Mississippi. We can say
what the term was.
Exactly. We can say it.
We're not penetration experts. We're penetration testers.
Sorry, testers. Testers. Well, speak for yourself. I got promoted. Luke's mom gave me the promotion. All right.
Oh, boy.
And this one could be hard. So choose one to, come on, shmush, one to marry and one to kill. Here we go. An increase in AI in video game creation using AI for art, scripts, and audio. This decreases the dev team sizes, but increases game production and shortens dev time and eliminates delays. A minimum of 70% of the game is made with AI, but a reduced team size and productivity. And there are no layoffs. Okay, so that's one. We're still saying kill. Second, more layoffs in gaming. This brings an increase in dev team sizes and longer dev time, but everything is handcrafted when the game launches. 40 to 50% of the staff is laid off regardless of sales numbers. It's brutal. Lastly, $100 priced games. At this price, dev teams can make good wages, expand the size, avoid crunch, and meet launch windows. A max of 15% AI, a max of 10% potential layoffs if sales are soft. But choose wisely. Cheers.
This is impossible. I can't do this.
I mean, that's what it like. Honestly, Mr. Zircon, it kind of feels like that's the conundrum that the industry itself finds itself in, right? Or that it thinks it's kind of pigeonholed itself to be in.
Even in the most attractive option, which I would marry, is the $100 price of games. There's still going to be AI use, and there's still potential going to be layoffs.
Right.
It's a lose-lose.
I say option D. None of the above.
Yeah.
I say stop making games cost so much money.
Yeah.
In terms of like how much money they cost to develop. So whether that means a smaller map, a more streamlined game, I don't know. Stop throwing millions upon millions of dollars at them, and then you don't have to do any of these things.
I'm gonna practice abstinence and tie myself to a tree. That's the option I'm gonna pick. I won't pick any of these three.
All right, listen, I'll the AI. I'll do it. All right, I want to see what it's all about. All right, you see the fingers on these things?
Boy,
you see them? What can they do? Who knows? No, listen, I think, again, great question, but like, I think the one thing that we forget too, again, is like, Expedition 33 is $50, right? Silksong $20. These are two of the games of the year, probably, right? So I think there's a deeper layer here where it's like there's something not working with the budgeting of these games and who's behind the bean counters more than it's AI. And more than it's just like, oh, we have to lay off 40 or 50% of the staff. It's like, well, why are we? Because it's poor management. Why are we throwing AI in here? Because management thinks it's a good idea. Why are games costing $100? Because they think they're Grand Theft Auto. And then they wonder why sales of games are soft. It's like, well, Monster Hunter Wilds, you're $70, And I think that's the truest question. But there you go. I'll answer the question for Zircon. I'm gonna AI. I'm gonna kill layoffs, and I'm gonna marry $100 games.
Okay.
Stand by it. Let's go. I'm gonna wife her.
Before you get to the next question,
yes. 2
more little small things of Flash news that just popped in my head.
Please.
I looked over and I saw my Astrobot plushie.
Right. Yes.
New Astrobot controller up for pre-order in 2 weeks, I think. So Light, get that on your radar. And then
you guys don't all tag me on Discord the day of. I will forget. So please.
And if you're watching this live on YouTube tomorrow, if you're listening to the podcast today, the Ghosts of Yote controllers are up for pre-order.
Do we have a time for that?
I think it's like 11.
Yeah.
Fallen Phoenix writes in. First time writer. They write, my wife and I enjoyed our lazy long weekend together and decided to hop into a 4-hour trial of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We had so much fun with those 4 hours and immediately decided to purchase the game. However, shortly after purchasing, I found that the joy I felt plummeting off a cliff, and don't get me wrong, I'm still having plenty good time, but I still find myself struggling to level up and fully understand the mechanics of the game. The dialogue, the quest, the overarching story has me hooked, but not like the first 4 hours. My question for you guys is, have you ever been absolutely in love with a game for the start, for the first couple of hours, but only to hit a wall or slow a story beat and immediately get turned off by it? Thanks, guys. It's a great question.
That's a very good question.
I get that a lot with games, actually. Where it's like maybe it's my anxiety, maybe it's me getting older, or my ADHD, where it's like, I'm really surprised, for example, like Metal Gear Solid, I was hooked moment in, and I beat it in literally less than a week and loved every second of it. Please go buy that game. But like, that's me with most games. Where like, I love Death Stranding too, but there was a certain point where it's like, okay, I gotta be done. This has to be it, right? This point right here.
That's why I haven't finished it, because it's it's a lot. I can only play that for a short burst now.
Exactly. Nerd Chat writes, Wulong and Watchung. That's another two good examples. Yeah. What about you? Like any game in particular strike you?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. I'm sure there are, but for me, the biggest ones are the ones that I just play because I have FOMO, but I know like deep down they're not necessarily games for me. So like Wukong, for example, was a good example of that, where like I was like, that's not a me game, but then everyone was playing it and everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this game. And that wasn't a me game. I was that same thing happened, but the opposite with Claire Obscure, clearly. But I think for me, typically, like I'll already know in my gut that it's not a me game, and then I buy it and I play it and I'm like, yeah, that was fine. But like Stellar Blade is another example of that.
Yep.
But I can't think of anything that I was loving in a demo or excited for, and then when I actually got into it, I wasn't loving. I'm sure there are, but I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
M9 Pro. Sorry. Go for it.
I'm just gonna say I'm trying to rack my brain of a time, and the only thing I can think of, and I'm sure it's happened before, of like I go to a PAX or something and I play a demo. It's like, man, this is awesome, and then I get the full release and it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
And the only one that I can think of that has happened to me that I can remember, was at the very last PSX. I played Far Cry 5. At the booth. I was like, Far Cry 5, this is awesome. I love 3. I love 4. This looks super cool. And then I played 5 and it just didn't feel like a game I wanted to keep going. And I love that demo. I had such a good time, but I never went back. Like I hit a wall. I was like, you know what? I like the other settings more. I don't need to be in Wyoming or wherever it is with like this cult. Like, you know.
I guess that's actually, I would agree with that, because I was loving it at first until the second time you get like kidnapped and brought back to the bunker. And then when that happened, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to keep playing. Like I was loving it. And the first time you get taken to the bunker, okay, fine. But then when it happened again, I was like, nah, too samey. I don't, nah, I'm good.
And that's one trope I really hate, is when you get captured again in a game or a movie. Stop it. Once is enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
M9 Prime writes, this question for the Sony Pro Express. Sorry, I'm skipping over the one about the Switch 2. That's my bad. Should have put that in the main show again. Just
sorry, Fee.
M9 Prime writes, are there any games you were excited about that have fallen off your radar because so much other stuff has been announced or is coming? I was excited for the the Oblivion remake, Jesus Christ, but was waiting for a sale and totally forgot about the game until it came up on a Game Ranks video I was watching. Great question. Any games fallen off your radar this year? Kyle Stevenson,
I'm kind of locked and loaded because I bought it. I'm excited to play it. I just don't know when.
Tell me.
It's First Berserker Kazan. I love that demo so much that I bought the game. I have it. It is on my shelf, and I can't wait to play it. But it's just getting buried under all this other stuff, and I just don't have the time. And I'm going to make a point to play it before we get into like our Game of the Year nomination stuff, just so I make sure that we represent everything possible. But that's an easy one this year. I have to play it because I dug the demo so much. Still can it, you shut it in chat.
What's he saying?
Kazan or Madden, the choice is hard. Listen here, sir.
The most average gamer, Kyle Stevenson.
You don't know what my mental health has been. I just needed to throw a ball around, you know? Get out of here.
That's right. He saw Nick Cage put on the fat suit and he got inspired. You see the photos of him being Madden? Yeah. Pretty nuts. All right. Mujitaba 19. And I'm sorry, I read it wrong. One? Oh shit, my bad.
If it fell off my radar, it's fallen so hard that I can't think of one right now. Yeah, I don't know.
I think for me it's just First Berserker, I think.
Maybe Mafia, because like it didn't really fall off my radar, but I still haven't played it, and that was one I was super, super excited for.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time. But like so it's like semi fallen off the radar.
Yeah. I think, was it this year? Adam Falls, another one that I was excited about and intrigued about, but it's completely like, I don't know when I'll ever play that game.
Yeah. And listen, let's see what next week brings, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, this comes from Mujtaba19. I'm sorry I butchered your name. Let me know how to pronounce it next time. First time writing in. Maybe the last how I said it. My bad again. I'm embarrassed myself. Hello there, wonderful trio. Hope you're all doing well and having a good time. What are you expecting of the Wolverine trailer? Hopefully it's true. What could it look like? Could it be more like Spider-Man? And what other Marvel superheroes can appear in it or wish to appear? That's a great question. Thank you for thank you again for doing this amazing podcast. Keep up the great work and keep playing PlayStation. The PlayStation 1 tune hits afterwards. Ooh, I like that. Giving me creative ideas with this pod. Tom, a great question. What do you want this game to play like, Light?
I want it to feel like Spider-Man, but you're not swinging through the air. Like, I want the combat to essentially feel the same. Maybe if Spider-Man and the Arkham games had a baby.
Ooh.
That could be nice, but I would like it because it's the same devs. I would almost like if it still kind of felt the same.
Yeah.
With just instead of having Spidey powers, you have Wolverine's powers.
Like,
and
what would it feel like if like Wolverine was in this world and he's a more like grounded. character, but he feels like he belongs in the Spider-Man universe type of thing?
Yeah, and you could still have him be able to like climb up buildings because with his little, he can do that sort of thing. But like the traversal will be a little slower. Maybe you give him a motorcycle instead of web slinging. If the combat, the same kind of flow to it, but a little bit more grounded, like Arkham's is, like a little bit more based on getting those combos.
I love that.
But I also could see going along with that, Spider-Man making an appearance in this. I don't know typically where the Wolverine story takes place. I know it's the US, but I don't know where in the US.
Right.
But I could see potential, like, not that Spidey's going to actually be in this, but I could see some sort of like quick interaction or something like that.
Yeah. I would like him to be not in the US. I would like him to be like I would like him to be in Madripoor in that bar, and that's where you start off. And then you're like, like I want it to be like, you're right. I wanted to be in the Spidey universe, but I want it to be in where it's not a city. You know what I mean?
But the crossover could be something like they are traveling on assignment as like doing photography.
Sure.
Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be him in New York City. We see Peter Parker is stepping away from Spider-Man, so we could meet Peter Parker, the photographer.
Sure.
And not Spidey.
Or
maybe.
what like the thing that bridges them is MJ. What if she's on assignment?
Right. Or who is the DLC, the chick from the DLC who like is from a different country? Where is she from?
I forget.
Oh,
the Silver
Sable.
Yeah.
There you go.
So like you could still have that universe and crossovers with that universe. I like the MJ one because we do know MJ in the last game is literally like in other countries on assignment.
Yeah.
So I do like that idea. But we could still have crossover so that we know they're the same universe without it being like a Miles Morales game where it's like Spider-Man and Miles,
Yeah.
I like most of what you said, Light. I agree. I want it to be Spider-Man Arkham-esque combat because I think that would kill. I don't want Wolverine climbing up walls.
All right.
I think that's a little goofy, just a little bit.
It definitely is. Does he not do that in
He's definitely
X-Men?
done it.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't
sure
want it
he's
to be his
done
main form of traversal.
Yeah, that's what I
by
mean.
any
Like if he does
means.
it every once in a while, cool. But like I'm totally down with him just riding around on his motorcycle to get to and fro of places. And
My only fear with that is how will the city streets feel, because like they are a little bit like,
Here's the thing though, that is a wild card. I don't think they'll do it. What if this is a Wolverine through time? Right? The whole thing is Wolverine's been alive forever. So we get Samurai Wolverine, similar to like Ratchet, Clank, rift through time, or rift apart, whatever it is, and go to different time periods. And we get Samurai Wolverine. We get Wolverine in like a World War. Then we get a Wolverine like in the 80s.
Bone claws.
Then we get to, with the bone claws and everything. And it's more of a traditional level-based kind of game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be on top of rooftops jumping between buildings as Wolverine. That's just not what I think is him.
I definitely agree with that. If Ben Studio could lend their bike mechanics
to
Wolverine, and you get out of the city into more open land where he can actually like open up on the road. Because my thing is like Spider-Man, listen, the city is really cool, but when you stop swinging and you just watch, it's like very like the same car, the same people, you know what I mean? Like, and that's not a bad thing because it doesn't need to be different than that. But if you're going to be driving on those roads, it cannot be like that. So 100%. Get it out of a city, maybe get it to a different country. Maybe like Chrono is saying, he's more traditionally world traveler. So maybe mixing what Kyle is saying and Chrono is saying, like you're in different parts of the world, depending on what you're doing, but have it be out of the city and more open countryscapes. Then you could have that bike feel.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as other characters, I would love it to be in the Spider-Man world, but like have this game's final Easter egg, final credit, after credit scene be of him just pulling up to the X Mansion, like set up X-Men. Like, come on,
yeah,
set up Magneto, my boy. You know, he's done nothing wrong. Yeah, man. I think I want Wolverine in there. I want it to be in the Spider-Man universe, but I also want it to expand into a deeper Marvel universe where it's like, you see the X-Men. There are X-Men in this game. Most prominently, oh my God, my favorite
Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler. Oh my God. Seeing him like teleporting, doing all types of wacky shit with his tail. Dude, Nightcrawler's my boy. In fact, we replace Wolverine. We replace him with Nightcrawler, and he has a teleport ability, and he's able to teleport across the map because he's Nightcrawler. Main villains. Silver Samurai sounds like the easy one to do, but I just want to see him interact with characters that are both mutant and not. And I want it to be expanded more in the growing, almost like an MCU-ish.
Hear me out.
Okay.
One of the side quests.
Talk to me.
Is with Bruce Banner. And we get a Wolverine versus Hulk boss fight at some point.
I want to be ripped in half. Hands. By a Hulk. That sounds super cool. But also, the one ability that I would want gameplay mechanic wise is, because we get it, his health regens, but it regenerates faster by, instead of having like potted plants like in Resident Evil, he's smoking. It's him lighting a cigar, and that's how your health regenerates faster. Smoking school kids. Papa Taj writes in, with Indiana Jones and now 007, what movie needs to get the video game treatment? I would love either Superman game or a proper Fast and the Furious game.
Oh, you didn't like Fast and Furious Crossroads, Papa Taj?
Come on. I think some of those guys were the voice in there.
It ended the Game Awards one year. It had to have been good.
It ended the Game Awards. That is correct.
I want a good Avatar: The Last Airbender game. It doesn't have to be like the Last Airbender, but like that, not Avatar: The Blue People, Avatar Worlds, Avatar.
Yeah.
I want a good game for that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think I've seen rumors about one, but I want it.
Yeah. I think I've said this before, and we're sort of getting it in 007.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, they're making Intergalactic now, which I'm super stoked for. I still would have loved to see Naughty Dog take on Mission Impossible. I think they would have. That would be cool.
Man, what would I like to see? A film. We already have a Dune game. I'm waiting for that game. I got all the Star Wars I really need. what would make a good video game? It's hard for me. Because yeah, like James Bond, I'm kind of just getting it with James, right? Getting it with Hitman. So I don't really have like yeah, Superman would be cool. How would that game work? Is it an action game? Is it like a choice game? Daredevil, yes. Dealing with his internal rage. Let's go. Yeah.
On the flip side of that, though, I saw Weapons this past weekend. Finally, it's really good. Everybody, I won't spoil anything. But that director is making a Resident Evil movie, and oh my god, that movie is going to be so good.
Hell yes.
It's not going to be like a 1-for-1 telling of a game. It's like its own original thing, just in the Resident Evil universe. But
I love what he said about it.
Crush it.
He's like, it's its own thing. It's in the Resident Evil universe, but he's like, if you want to see Leon's story, go play the game.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
God bless this guy.
I can't
gets
wait.
it.
I can't wait.
All right, my Discord's freaking out, so I gotta.
I have the last question pulled up if you want me to read it.
Yeah, if you could read it. Sorry.
Final question from the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
This comes from Cinderloo, and Cinderloo writes, hello. So I gotta say, I'm a little deflated today, but it's partially, if not completely, my fault. I was listening to a quote-unquote review for Hell Is Us while at work. The reviewer then decided to drop, in my opinion, many major spoilers, including the ending that they got to. I had my AirPods in, and due to my work, I was unable to pause or stop the video from playing. Listen to the whole review. Game is pre-ordered and still going to play, just a little less excited for it. That being said, what would you guys deem the line when giving a review?
No story beats. Like,
yeah, why would you talk about story? Like, you could say that there is an impactful decision at the end.
Yep.
You could say that there is a point of no return decision or like a split decision or something, but why would you ever?
I much, unless it is a spoiler cast episode. I think we do it when we play stories based stuff really well, where we set the scene. Like, here's the overarching world, here's what the beginning hour or so is like, and what these character motivations are, what we think they are, blah blah blah. But very much like, go experience it. I really hate getting into the ending, which is why, like, I want to ask you about how your Claire playthrough went, but I don't want to talk about it on here because I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Right. Like, saying that there's a choice at the end, I think is fine. Saying what the choices are, not fine.
No.
And no. I might be like a little bit more sensitive to it, I think, because as a Let's Player, I have to be very careful about what clips I post on social media and what's in my thumbnail. And like, it's hard to toe the line as a Let's Player because you want to let people know what's in the video, but you also don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played. But as a reviewer, there is no need for that. There's no need for that at all. So that's very disappointing.
Yeah. You could talk about if you didn't like how, like, let's just say, like, you didn't like the story for whatever reason. You could be like, hey, listen, I didn't like some of the choices they made with this game. I wouldn't be like, yeah, no, I wouldn't be talking about those main beats.
The story ending I chose, I didn't feel like resolves the overarching story. Like, you can say something like that, but you don't ever need to, like, as a review, you don't need to say what the story beats are to say, like, hey, this story wasn't good, or this story was phenomenal, or I really liked the choices, or like.
Because guess what? The developers don't want you to do that at all.
And most
so
times,
not happy with you. Yeah.
Most times in the review code, they specifically say,
that's
don't
why I'm
talk about
surprised
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that reviewer said all that shit. I would be very surprised if they work with them again, because like that is, usually like the companies will send you a kit and like some of it like with handy little tips to help you like onboard you, and then they'll be like, there's a page of like literally huge red letters, don't do these things.
Yeah.
And don't,
if you want to show footage, only show this approved footage that we are giving you, or like things like that,
or footage from this hour chunk.
Exactly.
Or like
so dumb. So dumb. Don't do
did I talk about this before the show, my experience when I was in the RE9 booth, or was that on the show?
No, that's before.
Pre-show, yeah.
So this is just a general PSA for anybody wanting to get into reviewing, content creation, podcasting, whatever the case may be. When you get an opportunity, read through the information you are given very carefully, because there are so many people who want that same opportunity. If you done fucked up, they don't need to send you that opportunity again, and you will not get it if they don't like the product you create. And also, be kind to the people working at the events you are attending. Be kind to the devs. Be kind to the PR people. Being rude is not the flex you think it is. It is not going to get you future opportunities. It is not going to get you what you want. It is not going to get you noticed. Sure, you might see the big channels who are really negative online getting cool stuff. You are not them, and you will not have the same outcome from that. When I was in PAX East, I was in, I'm going to say Resident Evil 9 because if this person was listening, God, I hope you learn. We were
PAX
told
West.
no footage. I'm sorry, PAX West. No footage, no cameras, nothing. He had his cell phone out on a tripod recording his screen. So one of the workers who works for Capcom, but is not like a developer or anything like that, they're literally just working in the booth. They work for Capcom. They don't make the rules. Came up and said, hey, sorry, there's no recording. And he said, nope, the people outside told me that I could. And they're like, oh, okay. They knew that wasn't right, but they didn't question it. They went and they got somebody else who came up and said the same thing. Nope, I was already told I could. So they left. They went to get the manager. Mind you, he's not being kind right out the gate. He is automatically coming with an attitude. The manager comes over and says, you cannot record here. Put your cell phone away. And he said, I was already told. Said the same thing. And she's like, who told you that? He's like, the people outside. And she's like, they don't have the say to give you that information. They cannot say that. You are not allowed to record it. He's like, well, I was already pre-approved. And she's like, do you have an email from somebody? Do you have an email from someone higher up? Are you with this X, Y, and Z organization? He's like, no. But the people outside told me. She's like, you need to put it away. And as soon as she leaves, he starts loudly bad-mouthing the situation, cussing, saying, what's the fucking point of having a media badge? This is ridiculous. You have a media badge because you are a content creator at PAX West. I'm sorry. I'm going to be that bitch. I don't know who you are. You are not that important. You are not that important. I don't care how big you are. You are not that important to treat anybody like that, first of all. But second of all, you were invited to this event. You need to treat the people who invited you there with respect, because that's not okay. And it's never okay to record at these things when you're in those booths. Like a lot of the indie games, it's okay. But typically when you play these big games, they are very clear. No photography, no videography. They are very clear. So do not treat people like that ever, first of all, but especially in the industry, because it is a small industry. People talk. And I know that because on a positive side, I have been told, oh, I've heard amazing things about you from this person, this person, this person, who I never in a million years would have thought talk to each other. They talk. Do not be that guy, because I can tell you right now, he will not be invited to anything Capcom. He will not be getting Capcom codes because they know exactly who that person is.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Don't. Absolutely not.
Listen, I was angry. I didn't eat lunch. No, seriously, just don't like Nerd Chat says it. Also, maybe don't be an asshole for no reason.
No reason. It's so easy to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, for example, for Pragmata, before it started, I said, hey, can I just take a picture of me in the booth? And they were like, nope, sorry, no photography. I'm like, that's absolutely okay. Thank you so much. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul. I asked a question. I was kind. They said no. I said, cool. Move on. You don't need to be a dick. You're no.
Yeah, it's like, you know, as we're like up and coming in this space, right? The one thing I always like try to tell myself is just how lucky we are to like do this. And like when we were at SGF, it's like, yeah, there are appointments I wanted to go to, I didn't get in. Is it a shame? I get, like, seriously, it's like, I guess, but I'm here. You know, there's a cool opportunity we may get, and it's really awesome, right? And it may fall through, but we're not owed that opportunity from whatever person or people. Like, it's just awesome that they had us in mind. It's just like it's that kind of stuff. It's just be grateful for what you have, you know, and just be grateful you're making stuff and that you're noticed enough to be like, hey, listen, here's this badge.
I was going to say, and the reality is you were given a media badge from the PAX people, which you might, I could honestly see, he was being so belligerent. I could honestly see people from Capcom letting PAX know, hey, XYZ creator, wouldn't recommend them again.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. And I could absolutely see them never getting media badge for PAX again, because the media badge for PAX gets you media hour. It gets you opportunities, parties, invitations that you don't get. So it doesn't matter you didn't get your footage. You are getting a million other opportunities to schedule appointments and not wait in 5-hour lines. I literally talked to 3 people who got to play 1 game in a day because they waited in a 6-hour line.
Yeah.
You got to skip the line and play the game. Be
Yep.
happy.
Yeah. It's like we got to see Resident Evil before, everyone. That's wild. That's a story I'll always remember.
Yeah.
That is grateful for that opportunity. Grateful for y'all to give it to us. Like it, I know.
Just
Dickhead.
hearing that story makes me so angry just from what I do for a day job and just in general being a human being. Cause what do you think is going to happen if you got away with that footage?
Right.
Hey, guess what? Capcom's gonna sue your ass and your entire family lineage will be in debt forever. I don't understand what the outcome is for 30 seconds of footage?
Right.
So one video could get 5,000 hits, so you can never work with Capcom or anyone again.
Exactly.
That's the thing, that people don't understand. First off, TZ says it. Actions will create a reputation, good or bad. Is the things that hurt people as a content creator. And because people will be like, oh, this person was paid for the review, this, that, the other thing. Or they were given a bag and they're clearly influenced to give this game a good score. It's never someone giving a bad score to a game. Half the time they're just happy that you covered the game.
Yeah.
It's how you treat the other person on the line. And if you're being a piece of shit like that person, or you're spoiling something, or you're doing something to be edgy to get ahead, quote unquote, of the quote unquote competition, it's that's the thing that actually divides folks. It's not it's not who gets the access. It's how those people with access treat how they have it and that responsibility.
And the other reality is, with this industry, you are not going to survive if you expect to be given absolutely everything you want and to have nothing fall through or nothing work out the way you don't want it to, the way you want it to. This year alone, I had 3 really cool opportunities that I was supposed to be a part of fall through. Did I come here and bitch about the companies? No, you've never even heard me say anything about them, like you guys have, because but the world hasn't. So many times where I went to an event thinking I was going to be able to record, or I got a game or whatever, and they were like, nope, we're going to give you the footage. That happens all the time. And if you aren't going to be appreciative of what you do get, you are not going to survive. You're just not going to, even not being blacklisted, excluded. You're just not going to survive, because you are going to be in such a negative headspace all the time, because the reality is things change on a dime. I had an event. I was literally supposed to fly out the next morning and it was canceled. I was supposed to get on a plane the next day. So you got to roll with it. You got to be appreciative for what you have and stop getting up on your high horse, because you are not better than anybody else.
And even if you're not a media person or a content creator, when you go to these cons, this stupid little fly's been bugging me all night. Just be super appreciative that you're in a place where you get to play these cool things, right? I feel like that small little thing is overlooked so much lately. And the word that just keeps coming in my head, and I think you already said it, but just be grateful you're even there. Be grateful for the opportunity. Be grateful you're in a place in life where you get to go to a really cool convention and get to play one of the most highly anticipated game of next year, and you're going to throw away all that just because you want to get really crappy footage of an off-screen recording,
on your iPhone 10, come on.
Just be happy you're there, happy that you were there for media hour. How many media probably were caught in traffic or woke up late and missed media hour and didn't get that opportunity, and they are smaller media outlets who are just trying to break through and get more cool opportunities, but they missed out on that chance. But here you are causing a ruckus because you think you're the end all be all, the next skill up or something. put in the work, and like if Light hasn't heard about you, guess what? I haven't heard about you, and I work in games PR. So like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, listen, that vent sesh, I liked it.
Sorry.
No, I loved it.
I always get people ask like, "Hey, can you give me tips or advice for like breaking into the industry and whatever?" That's my tip. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. And that's just a tip for life. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't do it.
Be a penetration inspector instead.
And we need to speak to your manager. My name is Jason. That's been the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Before we head on out of here, is there anything you'd like to spotlight, T?
I haven't really posted on my channels recently because I've been out and about. But you can follow me on Lightweight Gaming for all of your Let's Plays on YouTube and Twitch, Let's Plays and streams, and Lightweight Reacting for all of your movie and TV show reactions.
Heck yes.
Your Sinners one was really good. I watched.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't wait to watch it myself because I love Sinners so much. Now, Stevenson, what say you?
Really quickly, where are you in FF7 Remake? Where are we at? I gotta know.
I haven't had a chance to play, so the last thing I did was I helped the kids in the town that Aerith lives in.
Sweet.
I did all the missions, like I killed the Toad King, which is not a main story, so that's not a spoiler. It's a side quest.
It's cute.
I like to spotlight myself, Mr. K-Set, pretty much everywhere. 6-1 Indie Showcase, September 18th. We're 2 weeks away. It's wild. It's crazy. It's fun. Very stressful, but we're there. I'm very excited for everyone to watch it. It's going to be a good time. And like I say every week, I mean it as much as I do every other week. Tell somebody you love them, developer, someone in your life. You never know what they're going through, so those few little words mean the world. So thank y'all.
And you can follow me over at Mr. Bad Bit, where you find any social app, whether it's Blue Sky, other place, or whatever, you know. And you can find this show here over on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. Please hit a like, share, subscribe if you liked what you saw. I should be doing that in the beginning of the podcast and not the very end. I'm learning. 400 plus episodes in. And if you really like us, please consider giving us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It really does help us out. And if you really like us, please head on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy. We could always use the support over there. With all that said, and with all that out of the way, everybody, keep what's about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love y'all.